Yeah, welcome everyone. Once again to the Blue Stand. We're here for the Arsenal Chelsea preview, plus all the other news, of course. Pochettino could come any day now. Um, the situation of Mason Mount and the rest of the players. Let's welcome Deals as well. Hi, Deals. Yeah, big up.
Big up, Nick. Big up, Nick. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, Deals. Glad to see you here on time. It's good to see because they all come late usually.
Yes, I'm on time finally for once.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Um, yeah, I'm going to start with Frank Lampard's press conference.
Yeah,
It wasn't long, and then we go into it. Yeah, really. Frank Lampard. He was speaking about the game. He said it could be a good thing to face Arsenal following the defeat, against City,
yep,
the 4-1 demolishing.
yep,
And he was saying that, and they haven't won in the last 4 games. It could be a good thing, but at the same time, he was saying it could be a bad thing because anything can happen. They can just come out a different team. Like we know what happens with sometimes in football. It could go both ways.
yep.
How long, deals? Just read this. Won't be long. Yeah, he was saying there's still very much in the hunt to win the Premier League. Let's talk about Arsenal. They still have a chance to win it. Of course, they have. Even City, the 1 point ahead, 1 game in hand, though. They had a great season. He was talking about Arsenal, how good they were, how Arteta turned them around after, we remember, was it 3 seasons ago? They were screaming, the Arsenal fans were screaming for Arteta to get out. They were in turmoil, like we are now. But, they gave him time, and now look where they are. Yeah, he was talking about that, how great Arteta is a coach. What has he done to turn the team around? And he was saying it's a similar situation. Like us, we have a lot of young players. They had young players, but, they needed time. Yeah, so it's good what he's saying. I understand, but it's good comments. And he believes, we can start like Arsenal, given the right time, to whoever's in charge, to come and challenge for the Premier League again. I'm sure we will. What else he was saying? Yeah, he was saying how interesting it is to compare Arsenal, what they have, and our situation.
Yep,
It's very interesting. Yeah.
yep. But Nick, I
Yeah,
feel, I
hold
feel
on.
that.
Hold on. I'll come to you in a sec. Let me just finish his comments. Uh, yeah, what else was he? He was saying, yeah, he remembers Arteta's early teams, and sometimes he will say sometimes it was a 5 at the back, sometimes a 4. Now you see they have a very clear identity in the way they play, and a strong vision in terms of recruitment and profile player. Yeah, if we talk about it, it's just this season in isolation. I think you have to go back to the tougher periods. You're saying, do we have the possibility to do that here at Chelsea? Yes, we will take time and through good decisions along the way. Absolutely, yes. They were asking, can Chelsea come back? Yeah, he didn't say much. He just mentioned Havertz is back in contention. We know Mason Mount out of for the rest of the season, and along with God, who was it again?
Reece James.
Yeah, sorry, Rhys James out. Give him a rest. Yeah, he needs that. Yeah, it's good because we can't really get relegated. I've been working it out. It's more than a miracle for us to go down. We're not going nowhere. This season is for me, it's been like a pre-season. Since Tuchel left and he brought Potter in, I knew we weren't going to do nothing. But I also knew we weren't going to get relegated. We could, any other team could have. But, we're nowhere near. I'll come to the table after when I come to deals first. Yeah, so, there's no worry. Some fans will say, oh, we might get rid. No, there's no, you shouldn't think we're getting relegated. That won't happen. It's not going to happen. It's more or less impossible when you look at the games left and the teams. But we come to the table in a minute. Yeah, go ahead, deals. You were saying. First of all, you sent me your lineup. It's good lineup actually. I was
yes, my lineup. I showed you my lineup.
I've got it here. Yeah,
I want to talk about what Lampard said.
Yeah, go
Lampard
ahead.
said that we're low in confidence because of the games that we've been going through recently, which is understandable, 100%. For the rest of the season, obviously, we've got nothing to play for, but this is a rival game, right? Anything can happen, like you said, Nick. Yeah, we can go there, and get a point, 3 points or a point, and like I said, I feel that obviously these players need to know that this is a big game, even though, it's a big game for them, man, but we can destroy their party, we can destroy their title challenging hopes with Man City,
Yes.
So this could be like the moment when we done Tottenham. Remember when we done Tottenham? Yeah,
of course I was there. Yeah,
remember when we done Tottenham? Yeah. So, bro,
we can't do that. Yeah,
anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah. I mean, it's a massive game for us tomorrow. Yeah, so if the players, we have great players. If they perform, we can go and beat them and stop any little hope Arsenal still have. It'd be great to do that because they are big rivals as well. One of our big rivals. It'd be just something, and it'd be great for Frank Lampard to get that first win. It'd be massive.
Yep, and Lampard's got a win there before as a manager. Let's not forget what happened with Tammy Abraham and who else scored that day for us?
Yeah.
Tammy Abraham and who else was it? I forgot my memory.
Giroud.
Is it Giroud? Was it Giroud?
Yeah, we done it with him. We beat them in the final. Don't forget the Europa.
No.
Final.
When we beat them at Emirates.
The last time we beat them was under Tuchel. The 2-0 win. 2-0 win.
No. When we beat them with Lampard. I'm talking about when we beat them with Lampard. We beat them 2-1 at the Emirates, remember?
Yeah, we beat them as well. Yeah.
When we had the transfer ban.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we played in without fans. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up, Alicia.
Big up to Alicia. I'm sorry, but the hope that it's the hope that kills me. Alicia, don't worry, we're not going nowhere. We can only, go and do something special and go and kill Arsenal tomorrow. That'd be great. It could go either way. We could get slaughtered as well. So depends on the players and on Frank Lampard, to put that lineup we're screaming for, like we were against. We were screaming against the last game, Brentford. Brentford. Sorry, and he only went and put a really bad lineup. It was really bad. And none of us, we all predicted the similar lineup. So we come to the lineups as well. Before I carry on, I'll welcome to Ghana as well. Ghana, can you hear me?
Big up, boys. Yeah, I can hear you both.
Good. Yeah, big up to you. I will come to you and do it in a minute. Just read a few comments here, not many. JK be here 20 minutes. Yeah, don't worry, no problem. Alicia, you know how he is, man. Yeah, she's because Alicia is, she was saying there's no hope. there's no hope. But the season was done. Like I said, as soon as we got rid of Tuchel and Potter came in, for me it was finished. Everyone here knows what I was saying. So I'm not, I'm not sad or nothing. It's just for me. It's like a pre-season, same thing. Till we get the manager, we need a manager. As soon as it looks like it's going to be.
Nick, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah,
Are you
on.
surprised how
go on.
Lampard's been recently, or do you think it's
No.
because
No.
it's how he is?
He's I'm not surprised. He said it himself. He came in. He knew it'd be very difficult to do anything because the players will, like you said, keep saying they're low down, completely down in confidence. Even on the training pitch, all he can do is try to motivate them for this next game, which is, he said, game by game, he's trying to get the players going. And, we know he ain't a big manager. He ain't a great manager. We all know that. So it's nothing new for him. He knows. And he's got a few more games, 6 more games. Then, next season, we're going to be under Pochettino, it looks like. So, Frank Lampard, I still love him as I always did, as a legend. And even now, I always follow him when he was at Derby managing. It was great to see him do great at Derby. I really enjoyed watching him, his team and him.
But I also think he done a great job when we had the transfer.
Yes, coming like, and then he came the first time. He done great in the beginning. If we remember, although we couldn't buy any players, we had that band. We had other things, so many things coming. Playing, we had COVID, playing with no fans. Don't forget, he done well up to a point where he couldn't take us any more forward. So Roman decided, the best thing was to bring Tuchel in because Tuchel is an elite manager, and he showed us. But even Tuchel had his problems in the end. He was making massive mistakes. But that's how it is. Where we are now, we just have to take it game by game. It'd be great to finish the season. Let's go to the Emirates and give them a lesson, stop them. It'd be great for the club, the fans, and Frank Lampard. I can imagine him celebrating if he wins. It was funny today when he started his interview. They will say to him about the Liverpool and Liverpool Tottenham game. What Klopp did after when they scored the last second winner, and Klopp ran to celebrate, and he done his hamstring. They were asking him if you beat Arsenal, you're going to run and celebrate like Klopp. He started laughing. He said, "No, I don't want no hamstring injuries." And not now.
Of course he will. He would love it. He will love it.
I'm saying.
Yeah, of course he will, bro.
Yeah, of course he will. But
because it's an ops,
but
bro.
you see did you see what happened to Klopp? He got injured doing it. I don't know if you lot saw it, Bobby. Let's welcome Bobby as well. Ghana, did you?
Yeah, big up, guys.
Yeah, big up to you. I was just saying what Frank Lampard had to say today. Did you, Ghana, Bobby? Did you heard the press conference? Did you hear these?
No, so I didn't watch the press conference.
I did.
To be fair, like I said, I'm just gonna sum it up. I think for tomorrow, because I heard you and Dills earlier on talking about it, and Dills, the answer to your question was Jorginho. Last time when we went and scored, it was Jorginho who scored, and then Abraham.
Yes, you're right.
I know Tammy Abraham scored the second.
Yeah, Abraham scored the winner, and Jorginho scored the first goal from that free kick. I remember where it was Leno completely missed the ball and it fell to Jorginho. And I think Arsenal fans were claiming that in that game, if I'm correct, Jorginho should have been sent off. And the fact that he went and scored was so much sweeter. But look, for tomorrow, guys, I'll be honest with you, I'm just going in like how I went into the Brentford game with no hope. I'm just gonna wait for the result to hit me. I'm done past the stage now where these results that we used to lose, it used to get to me, but now it's just come to the point where it is what it is. If we lose, we lose. If we win, fantastic. We won, great
Yeah.
achievement. That's it.
We
Move on
ruined
to
their
the next thing.
party, Gunner. We're gonna ruin their
Do
party.
you know what it
still.
is? I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'll
If
be
it's
honest with
something,
you.
yeah, go on.
I'll be honest with you. The reason why
God.
I don't say that is because they're just coming back from a 4-1 loss to City. Yeah, they're gonna look to put out a statement. Whether we like it or not, they are gonna come there to make a statement. It's in their ground with their fans. They're gonna be up for it, and they know for a fact that after losing 4-1 to City and now second in the table, they have to get all the points they can. So they are gonna come out all guns blazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is with us, I don't know how we're gonna come up, because if Lampard comes out the same way he did against Brentford, where he's putting Sterling and Gallagher up top, do you really think we're gonna win? We're gonna score
No
anything?
chance, bro.
There's
No
no
chance.
chance. So as much as like I can sit here and I can be confident, but I know Lampard's gonna somehow make a problem with the lineup, and we're just gonna
I
go
hope
in and
not,
set
Gunner.
up.
I hope he learned his lesson against Brentford. A big up to my old friend Chelsea Perspective, Coachella, a long time, man. Yeah, thanks for coming on the chat. If you want to come in the panel, you're welcome. You know, you don't just let me know. I'll send you a link. Yeah,
But
big
back
up
to
to
what I
you.
was saying, bro.
Yeah, carry on,
Yeah.
Gunner. Yeah.
But what I'm saying, so like, I'm not too optimistic for tomorrow's game. I've said it like before. I know for a fact that this season, like Nick said, it was done. When Potter came in, it was clearly able to say that it was done. The season was done. Yeah, and I second him on that. I think when we did appoint Potter, the season was done. It was anything we can get. Now it's to the point where we're not getting any wins at all. We're looking worse and worse by we go every game. We're just looking worse and worse. However, deals could be onto something. There could be a possibility tomorrow. Who knows? We go out there, we win, we ruin Arsenal's party. But the reason why I'm not trying to give myself that belief is because if I say confidently we're gonna win and we lose, it's just gonna affect me tomorrow.
Yes.
Whereas if I just take a good approach and if I just say I'm ready for whatever happens tomorrow, I'm ready for it. We win, we win. If we lose, we lose. We just have to stay. We just have to keep quiet, stay humble. We lost. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not going to sit and say I don't want these guys to win. Of course, I want these guys to win. I would love it if we win tomorrow. But I'm not trying to get my hopes up too high. But let's see what happens now in here. I mean, I know we're going to cover lineups later on. But
we're gonna come to the lineup. So,
but what name I will throw out there quickly is will say, just before I wrap it up from my side, is one name I will mention out there that needs to play tomorrow and 100% needs to start, or Aubameyang. That's it.
Yeah, we all dead troll for me. We need a striker. Yeah, I agree. I hope he plays. Aubameyang.
Do you know why? Because if we're talking about ruining their party, there's no other better man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's no better other man than him to do it. And to be fair, when he comes on, I know for a fact that we've been crying out for a striker, but I think he'll be up for it that game even more, knowing that he is the one who put the end in their title.
Gunner, who's gonna provide him the ball? Who's gonna provide him the ball, my bro?
We have
who's gonna provide him the ball?
Modric, hopefully. Felix,
Modric is going to be there, maybe Madueke. Listen,
Madueke,
you know what we do? If we're losing 1-0, let's hypothetically say it's 75 minutes and we're losing, and let's say we've already got, I don't know, we start off with Aubameyang up top with, I don't know, let's say Sterling, We take Sterling off, we put Modric on. We could throw all our attackers on, literally. Modric, our Maduekes, whatever, Felix, whoever we need to throw, we can throw in it. We can take the game away from them, innit? It's just that we need to start off well. And once we've started off well with our attackers, like let's say if it is Aubameyang and Sterling or Aubameyang and Felix, and they've started off quite well, who's to say that we won't score? And Aubameyang, again, like I said, it's the fact that it's at Arsenal and it's against them, and he could basically end their whole title hopes with one goal if he could do that at most. Literally, why not? And to be fair as well, not only based on that, but when he did come on against Brentford, he was looking bloody lively, innit? I can't lie. So that's the only reason why I would play him. I would go with him and Mudryk tomorrow, but who knows? Let's see.
Yeah. I want to read a couple of comments. Let's start with Alicia's comment. Good comment, actually. We are their rivals. Of course we are. It's a derby and they lost to City. They still have a chance to win the title. Yes, they do. they will be looking to put us to shame, especially since we've been 3 points lane. Yeah, we've become 3 points lane lately. Yeah, good comment, Alicia. But, you know, if we turn up, we could do a job. Like Anna said, you know, Aubameyang, what a weapon we have. You know, he owns some payback. I hope he starts him, like you said. You know, it'd be great.
Do you guys remember
yeah.
the Aubameyang video, the one where he said on BT Sports, nothing personal?
Yeah, I
one,
remember that. I remember
If
that.
he scores, bro, that video is coming out tomorrow. I'm telling them nothing personal. He waited until Emirates to end your title hopes. When they say nothing personal, bro, Gunner King, if he's watching, all I'm gonna say is nothing personal.
Where is he? Where is he, Nick?
Yeah, I told him, I texted him, if you know, he didn't reply. I said, if you want to come on, just tell me, I'll send you the link.
I'm gonna shout him now. Actually, I'm gonna shout him now.
Yeah, you text him if he wants to come. We'll talk. I said we're gonna talk properly, you know, not like we do on Twitter, but you know, I'll bantering each other like crazy. He's scared to come because I might bring up what's her name, Astrid or something. That's what he's scared of. Imagine if he comes and we put Astrid, you know, singing her song. And I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I don't know. If he wants, he can come. Big up to Chelsea Danny as well. Yeah, he's saying the formation Lampard should play. He should play 3-4-3, 4 midfielders. God, yeah, I think a back three for sure. 3-4-3. I think that's what I was going to say. That's the thing. The lineup I'm going with. I think. We come to that later. Kepa, Fofana, Silva, Badiashile, centre back, left wing back, Chilwell, right wing back.
I can't lie, I just seen his lineup. Your
Kanté,
lineup, my
Enzo.
bro. No, your lineup ain't it. Sorry, bro.
I'm trying to make it out, Gunnar. Sorry.
His lineup. So basically, he's saying his lineup is Kepa in goal, Fofana, Silva, Badiashile as centre backs, Chilwell left wing back, right wing back Chalobah, centre midfielders Kante and Enzo, left wing Mudryk, striker Aubameyang, and right wing Noni Madueke. I disagree with that completely.
Yeah, Aubameyang, yes, but for me, it's a deal. Well, I haven't made mine yet, but we come to that soon. Just go through this and I'll come to Bobby's. Chelsea Danny saying it's a good lineup. Let's see. We discuss that more.
Deals, what do you think of that lineup though? As a front three, Mudryk, Madueke, or Aubameyang?
Gonna hold on. Let me just.
Bro, I'll be real. Yeah. You see, Mudryk. Yeah. I still feel like he needs developing. He needs developing right, and under the right manager, he will cook. Under Lampard, I don't think. So
but do you think he should be starting tomorrow?
Huh?
But do you think he should be starting tomorrow?
Who, Mudryk?
Yeah.
No,
you
already know about him wanting to go to Arsenal before us, so I wouldn't start him.
No, I want him to start.
I think he makes more of an impact off the bench.
Yes, he does.
Off the bench, bench, bro.
Yeah, maybe off the bench. Either way, I want him to have a game time tomorrow.
I think we should go front three: Sterling, Felix, Aubameyang.
No,
I like that, Sterling. I like that still.
But Ghana, why Sterling again?
Why Sterling? This is the game. Sterling and a proper striker, it works. They can remember,
but he's been
Aubameyang,
terrible. He's been terrible.
He's been terrible, but with a proper striker, with Aubameyang making the movements. Look, Aubameyang is going to do the place where he can hold up the ball, he can play off to run into Sterling, can run into the gap. Sterling is quite good when he's drifting out wide and cutting in and playing with a front three. Also, Arsenal's holding and Gabriel, and if they play with Zinchenko, all three of these guys are calamity. When they go in for tackles, they always give penalties away. These three are the weakness. So you have to ideally play Sterling, and then you take Sterling off in about about 60 minutes, 60, 70 minutes, and you throw Madueke on to run it.
For me, I'll tell you my lineup after we come to the lineups. I'll just read these few comments and we go to Bobby. Alisa's saying thing is she's talking about Aubameyang, I think. He hasn't been playing. It's a tall order. He needs a regular run of games. Yeah, of course he does. But he has to start somewhere. Yeah. Just see what Danny's saying. No Felix Hill, no. What else did he say? Nick, send link, please. Okay, I'll send you in a minute. Yeah, I'll send you the link in a minute. Just for Max on as well. Yeah, I'll send you a link in a minute, Dan. Okay.
Nick.
Yeah.
You see with Modric, yeah, like I said, with Lampard, we're not going to see the best out of Modric. So what's the point of starting him if we're not going to see the best out of him?
Yeah. Let's go to Bobby. Bobby, welcome. And you, Max, as well. I'll come to Max after. Bobby, what's your
Big up, guys?
Big up to what's your take on Frank's comments? I don't know if you heard him or I tell you.
Yeah, I heard him.
All right, and you're gone.
There's someone got their mic on and there's noise there.
Can you go on mute, boys? Whoever's got that when you're not talking, please. That's better. I think it's go on.
You know, Nick, there's something. The beautiful thing about football is that you're only as good as your next game. Now, you know, Chelsea. I keep saying this on space after space after space. What's happened to Chelsea has been a unique thing. We've had the horrid purchase of the club. Look at how Man United's sale is going. The time they can take, they're relaxed, they can still do deals, and the club can do business. We had none of that during the sanctions. Then the new owners, when they managed to eventually purchase the club before the club was driven into administration, the transfer season was upon them. Now, these new owners to date have not owned the club for 1 year. They're still very new. They've made mistakes, of course. Roman Abramovich made mistakes, as with all the trophies he won along the way. Of course, there's going to be mistakes. Anybody that's ever built a business from scratch or ever started any venture from scratch, you go through that initial teething period where everything just doesn't seem to be going right. No matter how much you put into it, it's always at a bit of a loss. You're always on the back foot until eventually all the pieces fall together and then you start to climb. Now, there's a lot of ingredients in Chelsea. You know, all the good players they've brought in. Yes, they're going to sell players. They know they're going to have to do it. But we just need someone who's going to come in, a good manager, and put the ingredients together and start cooking a good meal. So taking Bowley's phrase. I think there's all this panic about, oh, this is happening, that's happening. We're blaming the owners, the players, every man jack that has anything to do with Chelsea. Someone somewhere is putting the blame on them. I think we've got to chill out. Let this thing take a bit of a course. You know, mine is just, look, let's just survive the season, remain in the Premier League, and then get this new manager in, get a few sales together. We've managed to get our directorship together. Both they have only just been here around the January time. They were only here for the January transfer window. They weren't here for the summer. So we've got all that together. And then it's the summer, this coming summer, that's going to be a big one for us in terms of getting the organization of the club together. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool did not have one atom of the upheaval Chelsea have had. They've just got a few players missing in midfield, and look at the mess they're in. That bitch Jurgen Klopp can't keep Chelsea's name out of his mouth, talking all that crap. He should keep his mouth shut and focus on Liverpool. Because
exactly.
They haven't had one half of what Chelsea have had to deal with, and they're struggling. All these other clubs that haven't had, look at Man United. They've been organised. They've got their managed. They've got their owners in place. Their sale is going through at a decent pace. They've got a new manager in, and look at the upheaval they're going through. Okay, they're top four, but it wasn't easy for them. Not to mention Chelsea, that there's everything is new. The players, the managers, the backroom staff, everything is new. So there's going to be a bit of an upheaval. And we've just got to chill out. And I tell you what, tomorrow I'm gonna back us. I think if we pack the midfield like we did against Liverpool at the Bridge under Bruno, and we put in the striking option. I know lots of people are talking about Aubameyang. I've not been impressed with him. I don't really see anything about him. He's played against Arsenal before and was absolute crap. I don't
Yeah,
really see what he'll do. Someone was talking about him holding up the ball. I've never seen him hold up the ball. I barely see him take a hard shot
yeah,
towards goal. So I don't know. I
yeah.
would
Now,
go for
now you
Fofana.
said that,
I
Bobby.
know.
Now you said that. Yeah, I just remembered what he played,
Yeah, I've
how he
never
played.
seen
Yeah,
anything. I've never
but
seen anything from him.
it's
But
not that it's him going back to the Emirates. It could be something. I don't know.
well,
We're
you know,
thinking, things, but
I don't
so
know. I don't know. People seem to have faith in him. I
yeah.
don't. I'd rather see Fofana. But that
So do
aside,
I.
if
Yeah,
if the midfield is solid and packed, the defense, well, we put the right players in. Put a Badiashile left centre back with what's his name, Silva centre back,
of course.
and
For fun.
Fofana.
Yeah.
Detro. We've got to play a back three because the back five, or rather the midfield four, will be what will compact that midfield. I think we're beating them. Arsenal are very good
We
at
can,
pressing. They're
the
very
players
good
we
at.
have got, we've got great players.
Yeah, we
Just
have.
if
Arsenal
they
don't like.
perform.
We have
Arsenal do not like pressure
counter press.
being and a counter attack. They
Yeah,
don't like it.
Yeah.
they don't like it. Just go there and do everything they don't like. If they
So
press, we
yeah,
press them back even more. If they
yes.
run, we
Sorry.
run harder. And we're
It's
gonna
yeah,
we're gonna turn them lot
yeah,
over at their flipping backyard and shut them up.
yeah.
Good.
Sorry, Bobby. 1 second. Welcome to Ghana King. I'll come to you in a minute after Bobby. Chelsea Dan, I just send you a link on WhatsApp. Have a look and come in if you want. Go ahead, Bobby. Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, as I was saying, I reckon we can do them. They're not particularly high on confidence. They of those times they beat us in the past. We've always had major injury problems. They never have any problems with injuries when they face us. And even today, even tomorrow, we're going to be without a couple of key players. But regardless, I don't care. The issue with Arsenal lies in midfield. They've got some great players, Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, all those players. But you put them under pressure and they buckle. That's their Achilles heel. They like to press you, but they don't like you to press them. And if you press them, pin them back, they will fold. Trust me. And going down 1 goal, 2 goals, they're going to be all over the place. I've seen them. I've watched them all season. They play nice football. If you play nice football, but get up and at them and they get a bit flustered. And that's what we've got to do tomorrow. We're going to turn them over. You watch.
I hope so. Deals, this is directed to you from Chelsea, Dan. He's talking about, he said, Deals people mean that Mudryk don't get no gaming time, so why don't we play him like you said?
I wouldn't start Mudryk because
Yeah,
you know the reasons why I wouldn't start Mudryk. You know the
Yeah.
reasons why. Tomorrow I wouldn't
Oh
start.
yeah, you want him on a sub, but for me, I will start him. We go to in the lineups soon, but welcome Max as well. Max, what's your opening thoughts? And then I'll go to our rivals, the one and only Ghana King. We have Ghana. We have a lot of banter on your Twitter, but it's all for a laugh. You know that. But we have all friends here. Dex is Liverpool. He comes on most of the times. You know him, I think. And it's a bit of banter on Twitter, but we're here to talk serious. What we really think is going to happen. Max, are you there?
Yeah. Hi guys, how you doing? Big up.
Big up. Yeah.
Big up, Max,
big respect. Big up Deals and Bobby, Nick, and big
big
respect big respect to Gunnar King for coming on. Coming on to a Chelsea chat show. So respect you for that. So
a lot of them come on Chelsea chat shows anyway. Gunnar
Yeah,
King,
I mean, on my show, I told
because he
everyone.
comes on flying his colours. He doesn't hide.
No,
Most
I
of them
mean,
come on
Bobby, you know me,
Chelsea
Max Deals, you all know me. Everyone's invited here, whoever wants to come.
Yeah,
I've
but
got-
Mick, did you hear what I said?
No,
I said
sorry.
he respect to him because he comes up flying his colours. He says he's Arsenal.
Yeah, oh
Most of them
yeah,
come
no,
on
I
Chelsea
know.
spaces pretending to be Chelsea fans.
Yeah,
and giving that negativity. Yeah,
that's true.
So-
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Go
know
on,
what?
Yeah.
Bobby made some good points there. Because Chelsea this season, as we all know, there's lots what's happened to our club this season, and that's why we've got a lot of struggles and things. One thing that Bobby did say, which I disagree with, that is about the comments made by Jurgen Klopp. If anything, that strengthens what we've done under Roman Abramovich even further, because he's saying, "Oh, I'm glad in a way that they've spent all this money and it hasn't worked out." So everyone, I know that the Arsenal Gunnar King's on here and other fans, they always come out with, "Oh, Chelsea bought the league and it was only because of the Romans and money and everything else." But it goes to show that money. Having money helps. Yeah, that's true. But you need to spend that money properly. You need to spend it wisely. It's not just about having loads of money and that being the sort of magic pill to making you a successful club. Under Roman, we highlighted the players that we wanted, got in the right players into the team, and that's why we've had sustained success over the years. So, like any Liverpool fans say, "Oh yeah, you bought your success." We say, "Hold on, your manager just came and said it's not only about money; it's how well you spend that money." Tomorrow, the tables have turned a bit, because tomorrow this is this used to be Arsenal's cup final back in the day, because in the years they didn't win it, beating Chelsea was the highlight of their season, really. And,
Gunnar, you know it's true, mate.
Yeah, Gunnar,
you know
you're
it's
looking
true,
at it,
Gunnar,
but you
bro.
know it's true. You know it's
Yeah.
true. You guys made
Don't forget.
I'll respond to that in a minute.
You guys made DVDs, man, about when you didn't not quite as bad as Tottenham, who made DVDs, but when you came back that time, I think it was only a 2-2 draw when Martinelli scored that goal. For about 2 years on Twitter, that's all we saw. The Martinelli. All I saw on Twitter was that Martinelli goals week in, week out, and he didn't even win that game. You drew that game. And it was like, really? They're celebrating the draw against Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I will say that, Max.
And that's a fact.
Yeah, they thought they won the final, the cup final.
Exactly.
And they're still bottom of the league.
You're not going to respond to this, boy.
So
anyway,
you respond after.
Yeah.
We'll let you respond after. Anyway,
go on,
this
Max.
is our turn. This is our turn now. This is our cup final, because I remember the year when we finished 10th under Jose Mourinho. The highlight of our season was stopping Tottenham when we came back and drew 2-2, and we let the Tottenham fans know about that. And so obviously, if we put the final nail in Arsenal's coffin tomorrow,
that's what I wanted to ask Gunnar King. I see, Gunnar, you know what we did to Tottenham that time. Have you any? Are you scared that it could happen to you tomorrow?
Right. What happens to Tottenham and what happens to Arsenal, as we know, are two different things. Now, I'll say this: Chelsea are having a bad season. Would I go on to say that they are a bigger banter club than Tottenham? Of course not. Yeah, but let's not be silly here. Yeah, right. Arsenal and Tottenham are not the same. Yeah, and as for this cup final talk, there's only one team that has beaten Chelsea more. Yeah, no, there isn't one that's beaten Chelsea more. We beat Chelsea more in the Premier League era than any other team. Deals, let me, bro. Deals, I'll stay quiet, bro. I'll stay quiet, bro.
Let Gunnar talk to us.
We beat Chelsea more than anyone in the Premier League era. It's not a cup final. Yeah, it's something that has become a formality in this era. Of course, when Jose Mourinho was successful, like that, there was a period where you were dominant, but overall, head-to-head record-wise,
No,
You know, there's a clear difference. You know, like there's a clear difference in final.
We've won 66 games in all the time now. You've won over 80 something. 80 something games.
So that's the thing.
If we go Premier League though, what's the Premier League?
Premier League is different, yeah.
Then what is the Premier League?
Premier League, we've beaten them more.
Anyway,
Nick, could I just quickly ask Gunnar something?
Yeah, go on. Ahead.
Yeah, you're talking about your Sheffield club's won fuck all for the last 19 years, 20 years, yeah.
Are we doing this?
FA Cup. No, FA Cup. Couple of FA Cup.
Are we talking about this game or are we talking about what we've won in the last 20 years, bro?
Wait.
I mean, I wasn't really finished either, but, I'm saying like...
8 points clear of the Premier League. You went and bottled it now. Man City's going to win the Premier League. You've got out the Mickey Mouse
So what does that do for Chelsea Football Club?
But
I don't understand. Like, I need to question the relevance, bro, because I got messages. Listen, Dan, stop shouting, bro. Stop shouting, bro. Yeah, I didn't come on here to shout, bro. Yeah, I came on here because I thought this was... Bro, I wasn't even finished talking. You know what I'm saying,
man? Let Gunnar talk, please.
First of all, I thought this was a preview, to do with our game tomorrow. Like that's what I'm trying to say. So that's what I was talking about. So I'm going to keep it a buck here and talk about that. Now, the last 5 or 6 games, I think you've won 1 or 2. You know, like we've in recent years, we've come out favourable in this game, even when we haven't been on our best, because really you've been better than us in every of those seasons bar this one. Do you know what I mean? So we've still found a way, even when we're not playing at our best, to get the better of Chelsea. And look, I'm not expecting it to be an easy game because it is a London derby, and I do think you will have that incentive to want to further cement any opportunity that Arsenal might have to not win the league this season. But I do have to look at it objectively. I'm sorry, do you know what I mean? You've got 4 wins since October in all competitions, I believe.
Yeah, God, it's terrible.
We're
having the worst ever season in the history, really.
Conceding goals like no tomorrow. The thing is, you're not really scoring goals either, and especially away from home. And
exactly.
Arsenal at home at the moment is a different proposition. We can look at the last couple of games and say, what's he talking about? But we've still only lost 1 game in 11. And the previous game we lost then was City. So, let's not lose a little perspective of we are the favourites in this game, and I expect us to win this game.
Hold on, Max.
If we don't, I will be disappointed.
Yeah, you're the favourites, and we know that. You're the favourites, Gunnar. But it's it's a Chelsea thing to go and do the unexpected. And it will be, especially with Frank Lampard. It depends on our players if they turn up. We have great players, but are they going to turn up?
The thing is,
and the lineup matters a lot. What Frank does, it matters. So
I don't deny that Chelsea have got good players, but what clearly is a problem is
even
at the moment,
Arsenal.
You
lost your last 4 games, but doesn't mean you have to win this game to stay in the hunt.
We drew 3 and we lost 1. So and I think I think when you look at the moment, in terms of I think coming out of that City game, I think this Arsenal team will be very hungry to kind of get back on track. And I do think that for the most part throughout the season we have responded.
It's funny. It's come down to this game against us tomorrow is your biggest game, easy by far, because you have to win. City have 1 point ahead, 1 game in hand. You have to win this game tomorrow. So I'm sure that you're going to go out, try your best. And we do. For me, it depends how we turn up, because we can win or we can get smashed.
The thing is, look, I think Chelsea you've got good players. I think you've made good transfers, but what's clear from how you played the season is that there doesn't seem to be a real plan of how to put
we
them
don't have
together
a manager. You know,
to kind of
Frankie's not. We don't have
like
a manager, a proper manager. That's the thing.
the thing. I really just see that working against you tomorrow. You know, like I
Yeah,
think our team. Like we might not have as many quality players as you have, but we are very well coached for the most part. You know what I mean? Like we can look at
oh
like
yeah,
the last
yeah,
couple of results and try and deny that, but we wouldn't have been in this position in the first place if that truth wasn't obvious. Like so. I expect that to
true.
prevail tomorrow. I expect Chelsea
Yeah,
to be better next season when they get a better manager, and whether it's Poch or Nagelsmann, I don't know, but I don't expect you to get anything from the Emirates tomorrow. And I'm not even saying this
yeah.
to
We're hoping. We're
Nick,
more in hope than. Yeah, go on, Max. Go on.
yeah. Can I just finish the points I was going to make?
Yeah, of course.
So basically, I think the fact that Arsenal need to win because they can't go out to draw. The fact that they need to win tomorrow, it can play in Chelsea's hands because Arsenal have to. We struggle against teams that play low block against us, and that's we've always struggled against Real Madrid the other day. A team who sort of comes at you. If we had better finish, that's the story of our season. It's about finishing because we create chances. We created a lot of chances against Real Madrid the other week, but it's just poor finishing. If tomorrow it all comes together, then that's where I think Arsenal may have some problems because there's going to be space left behind with Arsenal having to get that win. And I'm with you, Nick, earlier when you said about Gavin Mudryk in there.
Yeah,
I think his pace can exploit
I want to see him
He's not
start.
developed though, Max. He's not developed though, Max.
Yeah,
I
he
still
is.
think it
Mudryk's
doesn't matter.
not
It's
developed.
about
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't
go
matter.
on.
It's
Go
the
let Max.
pace frightens people and everything else. So it'll push Arsenal back.
God,
And I think Arsenal,
If,
and
if,
as you know,
I'm just scoreline. Everton were winning 1-0. Leicester just equalised. Big relegation
if you want my
battles.
opinion, I would definitely put Sterling or Mudryk on that left hand side because Zinchenko,
I would have played Sterling.
when he tucks into midfield, and he inverts into the midfield, he can leave the sort of space behind him that someone like Mudryk or Sterling could exploit. Do you get what I mean?
Sterling is not on form, Gunner. I want to see Medwuki.
No, I'll put Mudryk.
Mudryk should start tomorrow. Mudryk should start tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
What I'm trying to say.
Hold on, Dan. Last point.
I'll bring you in after Max. Go on, Max.
Yeah, and the last point I'm going to make because you guys, your woes started because you missed one player in your team. That's Saliba. Once Saliba has been at your back line and you have to rely on Rob Holding, and that's where your problems have started. And you started to concede a few more goals. So I think, again, that's been a big loss for Arsenal. Yeah. And that's all I'll make. That's the only points I'll make for now. I'll continue.
Yeah. Welcome, Dex, as well. Let's say welcome to you. Dan, have your say, and I'll come back to Ghana after. Anyone who wants to say anything, just go ahead, one at a time, so we can all have a nice chat here. Dan, go on. You can come in.
What I'm saying is right, Ghana, right? Yeah, your team, right? You're going out saying that you're gonna go out and get the result against us on Stamford Bridge. You hardly did anything against us apart from 10 minutes line, drinking your drink, and with Marco Arteta to not as player, and we didn't have our players, our full team out like we said. You could look like that, mate, yeah? And you went and scored a scrappy goal. You hardly did anything in that game at Stamford Bridge, so I don't know what you're talking about. And your 3 draws, yeah, Liverpool should have smashed you at least 6 goals to 2, yeah? Right, they should have battered you that game. You're just lucky that Salah missed that penalty and kicked it wide. The West Ham game, you was lucky. You was 2-0 up and it came back 2-2. You got spanked by Everton, who's been in a bad performance. Yeah, lost at their own turf. Right, you lost to Sporting Lisbon, and then in the Southampton game, you were 3-1 up. If Livia wasn't got subbed off that bench, you wouldn't have drew that game.
Well, the same Southampton that beat you home and away, yeah.
Well, but you beat us 1-0. But can we ask you how many goals we could
saying, we
could, but we the first.
Am I wrong though?
Okay. What? We lost 1-0, but you got spanked by Man City 4-1. Right? That's a hat trick against you guys.
So
Three-time
what, I
hero.
mean, what is that? Like, I don't know. Like,
you're
I'm
talking
pretty sure
about
you played them. I'm
You're
pretty
talking
sure you
about
played them
you're
twice
talking
this
about.
season, and the score on
I
aggregate is
allowed you
6-0.
to speak. I allowed you to speak. Let me land. Yeah. I'm going to say one thing to you, my guy. Yeah. You can't come and talk to us when we've done 20 years of cup history and you've done nothing. You bottled the job against Premier League.
How
You
old
ain't
is
going to
this
win
guy?
the league. Right?
How old is this guy?
Who?
How old am I? I'm 38 years of age, nearly, mate. Yeah?
All right, so don't tell me I can't talk about nothing, yeah, based
Well,
on
but
2
yeah,
decades of nothing, yeah.
but you're
Because
talking
we can
about
go
that.
around, bro.
You
If you're
come and
38, yeah, you knew
tomorrow.
what Arsenal were before those 20
Well,
years, yeah.
Bro,
You
hey,
were
Gunner,
non-existent before them. Yeah? So don't come on,
Alright.
don't come here and tell me
Gunner,
what
you
I
don't
can
want to
and
do
can't
this,
do,
bro.
bro.
You don't want to
Yeah,
do
I'm not
this,
a
bro.
Tottenham fan, bro.
You don't want
Yeah,
to do
you
this.
You're
understand?
You
doing
don't
Yeah,
want to
let's
do
make
this.
that clear, bro.
Dan.
Yeah, you're in your down
Dan.
period now.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
before those 20 years, you didn't exist,
Massive
bro.
shots
So
landed.
don't come
Right
around
on
me and tell me
time,
what I
man.
can't chat about, bro.
How
Yeah.
many European trophies? Your
So what?
club,
So what?
got nothing. You could
So
not
what?
talk to us.
What does any of this have
2
to do with the
stars.
game tomorrow, bro?
No, but tomorrow, I'm trying
Let's
to
just
talk
talk
about
about
the
the
game
game, man.
tomorrow.
Dan, let's just talk about the
No,
game.
That's what I'm
Dan.
saying.
like that, but he's not allowed
Any
to.
of this got to do with the game tomorrow.
What I'm trying to say to you, the game is tomorrow. You think you're gonna go to, you think we're going to your ground that you're gonna slap us up? It ain't gonna be easy, mate.
Yeah, but you're Dan. They
Dan, we're
know
not that
Dan,
good,
any
you
what
know.
he's
wait,
talking
hold on,
about is that
Jake
we
I'm
haven't
here.
pretty
been in
sure I
good
said it
form.
wouldn't be easy
Yeah,
because
We
it's the
haven't been in
London
good form.
derby, but
That's
I
what
think
he's
we
yeah.
would
talking
win.
about.
Hold on, yeah, it ain't gonna be easy. It's a
But I know
London
the point.
derby, and it's a big
I did
London
say that.
derby.
Did I not?
And
I thought I did,
you know,
but
it's a
Yeah, but one
50-50
time,
game for me, even though how
yeah.
low we are. But if we turn up, we can beat anyone, and Gunner knows that. But you know,
And
at the
Dan,
moment,
to be fair,
yeah,
Dan,
go
to
on.
be fair to Gunner did say it's not going to be easy. He said it
Yeah,
about
of
3
course he
times.
did.
Yeah,
He
okay.
said it's
So
going to be
yeah,
a
that make your
difficult
point
game.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll just jump in. But I'm not arguing with Gunnar. I hear what the clear one was he's saying. What we're trying to say to Gunnar, yes, we're in a bad performance this summer, yeah. We've been shit shambles, yeah. We just can't finish, yeah. But it's not like we've been battered, yeah. We've been beaten by 1-0s, 2-1, 2-0s, yeah. It's not like we got smashed like
Bro,
6-0.
you forgot what happened with Man City, bro. We got dealt with Man City 4-0,
Yeah,
bro.
we got backed by Man City in the FA Cup with our reserve players. Our junior players came on that game, yeah. So that was no different. When we played Man City at Stamford Bridge, yeah, we
We
lost
were
1-0.
good. I was there. That was our best
Yeah,
game, I would say,
yeah.
even when
we
we
lost
lost
both
1-0.
games, yeah.
But the thing
Yeah,
is, it's not like we got battered. We never got battered,
no, we
yeah.
played well that game. I was
We
there,
did. Like, I don't know.
but
Not the 1-0 one, not the 1-0 one, the 4-0 one what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
bro.
the 4-0. Yeah, the 4-0 FA Cup. That's what I'm trying to say, dude. The 4-0. Yeah, we had our reserve players, so we didn't have our full squad out against them. We had like Mickey Mouse 19-year-old
The,
kids
the,
playing at
the,
centre back.
the first thing I want to say is that 1-0 result against you at Stamford Bridge was not a 1-0 game, bro. You said that, oh yeah, you only beat us 1-0. We laid siege to your goal, bro.
oh yeah,
We
we
came to
didn't
Stamford
turn up.
Bridge.
I know.
Like
Yeah,
let's call a spade here, Dan. Like, do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but
I'm
a goal's a goal.
not
A
coming
goal's
on
a
to
goal.
bring smoke, bro. Yeah, but
But a
listen, we
goal's
won.
a goal.
No, Dan. We won the ball in your
Dan,
half 13 times.
Dan
13 times, bro. Yeah, like literally, the ball barely crossed the halfway line. I don't
we got to
even
be
remember you creating a chance, bro. Do you know what I
we
mean?
got
We
to be
literally just laid siege to your goal. You defended well to keep it at 1-0,
Second
to
half.
keep it a
we
buck,
had
Second
yeah.
half.
But we
12
Second
absolutely
half.
we
battered you,
No,
bro.
listen.
second
No,
half.
You know
we
what I
got to
mean?
be
It was
Second
fair.
one-way
half.
traffic,
We
bro.
no,
tried.
We
It was
got to be
absolute
fair.
one-way traffic.
Do you know
In
what's
that
funny?
game, we were poor. We were poor in that game. They made the
Yeah,
mistakes that
well,
they
then
made.
keep
welcome,
it a buck, bro.
JK.
And
Like,
we have
JK,
to,
I'll
you know
come
what I
to
yeah,
mean?
you.
we have
I
to
was
call it
Um,
there
as it is.
live at
They
that
Nick,
game
were.
and
Nick,
we
you
was
need to
poor,
let them
bro.
talk
We was
one at
poor
a time,
still.
man.
We was poor still.
Yeah,
We
so
did
was I.
crazy.
No,
I was there.
they played in first gear. They didn't have to get out first gear. And
yeah,
that in that game where they beat us, I just saw the gulf in that game already. The golfing class between the two teams in that particular moment. You know, although it was just 1-0, it could have been more if they wanted it. So we've got to be fair when we're
Yeah, but
discussing
Max,
stuff.
but
You
it
know,
wasn't more because our
yeah,
defense is the most third Premier League successful in the league.
yeah, but we
Yeah,
were
but
poor in
We're
that
the
that
game.
best
game
We were,
against
defense.
them of creating anything, we were never in any danger of conceding
yeah.
whatsoever. I
They
don't recall a
controlled the
moment
game
where I
with and
felt
without the
threatened,
ball in
like I
that game.
felt
So
like,
we
oh
got to
my
be
God,
fair.
Chelsea might get a goal here. And I'm not saying this to run your name in the dirt, bro, but I'm just saying it because I'm saying what I saw, bro. And what I saw was one-way traffic for 90 minutes in your back garden, bro. So what do you think it's going to be like when you come to
did
our
we
back
still
garden?
get battered? Did we still get battered by Man City though?
That's by the by, bro. Like
But
I said,
we lost
the
1-0.
1-0 scoreline, the 1-0 scoreline was deceptive. You can watch 1-0 games and be like, that was close. Do you know what I mean? It could have gone either way. There was no way that game was going.
Talking
You weren't
about
getting
this?
anything from that game, bro.
Which
You
one?
weren't getting
The
anything.
home? Wait a minute.
The most recent one where we played you.
Are you talking with the 1-0? Yeah, I was there. Yeah, you did.
Come on, man. Let's not jazz it up here. Look, jazzing up ain't going to help you get better, bro.
Let me just say
you know what I mean? When we played City last week, we got battered. Yeah, we didn't turn up. Yeah, there was at no point if we played any threat to City whatsoever. I'd say that and keep it a buck, bro. But for this guy to sit here and say, "Oh yeah, it was only 1-0," like, what is that? Like, come on, bro. Like, you're Chelsea.
I know. Look, the last time we
that could have been 3-4-5-0, like Max did.
Look, hold on, chaps. Dan, hold on. Hold on a second. Dan, 1 second, man. Just hold on, JK, hold on. I'll bring you all back. I just want to say, I know the last time we had a good game out of the Emirates was under Tuchel. If we all remember the 2-0 win. That's when we all outplayed them. Since that game, we
totally outplayed us in that game.
That was the last game, and that's going back 2.5 years ago.
Since then, and I think Reece James got man of the match as well. I remember.
Yeah, you battered us 4-2. The 1-0 could have been more, like you said. We've been terrible against Arsenal, really, the last 2 years. So Lampard has to do something, really special. If we're going to go.
And I'll be honest, his record against us as a manager is not very good either. He's only won 1 game.
We know he's not a manager, not for the Premiership. He's a good manager in the Championship. We know that, but he's our legend, and we back him. But he's only here for another 6 games. We're going to have a manager next year, and it's going to be a different Chelsea. This year, it's been too many things going on, from Tuchel sack to Potter coming in. Potter not being sacked when he should have. Took too long. And then, Frank
players, changing your backroom staff.
Too many things. And it's going to affect these players. Doesn't matter who you are. Thiago Silva, can't even. But it doesn't show on them as much as the young ones. It shows on the young ones. You have to understand what's going on. But we're not getting relegated like some of our fans are getting crazy now. I've been hearing.
I hate when people do that, Nick.
But we're not getting. There was no chance. We're too. We're lucky we don't have many games left, because if we had 12 games left, we would have got relegated with Frank Lampard. But we don't have enough games to. That's how funny. That's how crazy it is. We don't have enough.
Nick, Connor, like you're known. This season reminds me of Jose Mourinho back in the day when we finished 10th. Can you remember that season?
Yeah.
Oh, we're worse than that,
but that season we had great players. We still had great players then.
Yeah.
The thing is, I see Chelsea fans doing what Dan's about to do quite a lot. Yeah. And look, I'm going to say this with the greatest respect, bro. It's not 2017 anymore. Yeah. Like, now.
Yeah, but 2017 we won the Premier League that season. But I'm trying to say, Jose Mourinho.
Let me elaborate on my point, bro. I know exactly what happened, bro. Yeah, you finished 10th the previous season. You won the league the following season. Yeah, right. So what I'm trying to say is now the competitive landscape of the league is completely different. Yeah, like for those following 5 years to win a league title, Liverpool have got 97 points in one season, only lost 1 game, and still lost the league. Yeah. We'll probably hit the 90 points barrier this season and still will lose the league, most likely. Yeah. If you look at that, is the only time that you got 93 points that season under Conte. You've not been anywhere near that since. You've been at least 19 points below the league leaders since that time. The highest amount you finished below the league leaders is 33 in that time, and I don't know how many points you're going to finish below whoever wins the league this time around. So
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
this thing.
Where
This
have
thing. Wait,
Arsenal
let me
finished in the
finish.
last 3
Let me
seasons?
finish, please.
No.
Let me finish.
Wait.
Bro. Let me
You're
finish, bro.
talking
Let me finish,
about
bro. Let me finish,
so
bro.
many
Let me finish.
points
Let me
away
finish
from the
what I'm
league.
saying. Let me finish what I'm
You
saying.
were
Let me finish.
8th
all right.
last
Let me
season
finish what
and
I'm
the
saying. Let
season
me finish
Bobby,
before,
what I'm
mate.
saying, bro.
And did it
Let
not
me
finish
finish what I'm
16th?
saying.
And
Let me
the
let me
season
Lads,
finish,
before
just
bro.
that?
came in.
I got
Let
one
him
more
finish
point
what
left,
I'm
Did it
yeah,
not
and
saying.
finish
then you can
16th?
report, bro.
Come on,
What I'm trying to say,
lads,
yeah,
lads.
what I'm trying to say is this whole thing that you lot are doing is that's what we did then, so we can do it now. Yeah, like it's not gonna be that easy. I'm not saying it's impossible, yeah, but I'm just saying it would have been a lot easier to finish 10th back then and win the league the next season than it will be now. You get what I'm saying? And yes, if you want me to answer the question, in the last 3 seasons we finished 5th, then 8th, then 8th. Yeah, I get it. Like
I
I'm not
don't
here
see
to
your
say that
point. You're
I'm not here to
waffling.
say that we've been bad
You're
boys for the
going
last
off
3 years,
point
yeah. But
completely.
clearly, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, like we've got a lot better, and even that's not been enough. Do you know what I mean? Like so,
yeah.
like to just expect to just switch it on next season like that.
Okay, Ghana, let
I don't,
Bobby come in.
I don't
Bobby,
think it's gonna really
No
work
one's
like that.
talk. I
Just
don't
because
think
you did it
anyone's
before, like
talking about next season. Next
yeah.
season's left to be seen. Next season, Arsenal could fall flat on their face. You can't
they
You
could.
start
don't know,
talking
yeah.
about next season. Listen to yourself. You're talking like you've won the league and you're going to win it again next season. You
No,
don't
I'm not.
know what's going to happen next season.
I'm just.
Nobody
To be
does.
Facts,
honest,
Bobby.
Man
I'm just.
Facts,
City can
Bobby.
have a terrible
As I said,
season next season.
the
They've
only
got a
thing I
load of
was speaking
financial
to,
charges
the only thing
that
that I
could
was speaking to, my
destabilize
friend,
them.
the
So I
only thing that
don't think that's the right
listen,
thing. That's the right
no.
yardstick
The
to
only
bring.
thing that I was speaking to, and I did say, I don't think it will happen like that. I didn't rule out you winning the league next season. What
What are
I
you
said,
talking
and I'm going to
about?
repeat
Nobody's
it.
even talking
I'm
about
going to
All right,
that
repeat
yet.
it,
all
yeah.
right. Yeah,
Just
what did you say?
because what I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans do, for example, when you played Real Madrid, well, we've beaten them 4 times in the last 5 times we played them. It would be such a Chelsea thing to do. We were 6th when we won the Champions League the first time. We weren't doing the greatest in the league. The last time we won it in 2020. Wouldn't it be a Chelsea thing to do to win the league? Because every time we've done badly, we've done good in Europe, and we won the league the season after we finished 10th. What I'm saying is, you lot seem to be talking as if you can repeat these moments in
Yeah,
history
but the
just
thing,
because you
Ghana,
listen.
all
You know
right,
what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
let
because
me
we're
come
And
in.
it's not.
made for
Bobby,
these
hold
nights,
on.
I'm just
Ghana.
saying it's
Yeah,
not really
but
like
Ghana,
that.
we're made
Ghana,
for the
Ghana,
You know what I'm
European
Ghana,
saying?
nights.
Hold on,
You
Bobby,
We're
know what
all
I'm
Bobby,
saying,
made
bro?
hold
for
on.
them nights. You
Ghana,
should
Yeah.
know about
Bobby,
our
hold on. Let me
history.
just answer him. Look, we say that because we do it, Chelsea. That's what we do.
You did it
It's in our
historically.
DNA. We've done it a lot, a million of. How many times I can go back from 1969 onwards? We always do the Chelsea thing, and we can do it tomorrow night. And you're going to be shocked, but we can. This
The
is what
thing
Chelsea
is, we've
does.
done it all, Nick.
Yeah,
We've done it all. These
exactly.
guys can't
I
talk
have
to
to
us,
say
yeah?
that.
No
I know what
European
you're
Cup.
talking about.
No World
lads,
Cup.
Chelsea's
So let's talk
yeah,
like we're doing something in
yeah,
history.
2 European Cup.
lads. I don't want to
Like
step
four.
yeah.
into.
Sorry,
European Cups.
welcome Hassan. Let me
4.
just welcome
Yeah,
Hassan and Dan. Hold on, Hassan and JK
yeah,
and
When are we
Dex.
going to
yeah.
speak?
Yeah, go.
It's
Let's go to JK, then Dex, and then Hassan, and we come back to Ghana. He's our special guest tonight. So
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead, JK.
yeah. Anyways, I want to big up Gunner, big up Maggie. You know what I'm saying? Know you from TikTok and all. You're a good Arsenal fan, yeah. So like, if I want to talk about this game, let's be honest, we shouldn't really have any hope going into this game. For me, I've been saying it all season. This season is done. From the beginning, from when Tuchel left, from the hiring of Potter and all. As I said, I'm fed up of repeating myself all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? If I wanted to go back to that Brentford game, the stupid decisions of Lampard, the players not understanding tactics and all, but it's only gonna take a matter of time until we get that new manager in. You know what I'm saying? Pochettino. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's just hope he just comes in and galvanizes the team, and hopefully the board will back him. Do you know what I'm saying? On this Arsenal game, um, I don't know how to
This is
talk about this game.
JK. This is the old clock and Highbury. I'm one
Yeah.
of the guys. I'm on the
Was you at
fence.
that game, Nick?
You can't. Yeah, I was on that fence. That's why I'm showing it. Yeah, great game. That's in when we had Speedy, Dixon, and all them. Yeah, we went there and drawn 1-1 that game. We took Highbury. I don't know if Ghana remembers. there was more Chelsea fans in the ground than us. We
Nick,
had
can
over
I
25,000.
finish?
Yeah.
Hey, Nick,
Did it
sorry,
not used
1
to be
minute.
World War
I'll take the
FC at the
clock
time
in.
then, Nick?
Sorry?
You guys, can I finish?
Yeah, sorry, JK. You had
Oh
to show
God,
them.
man. You guys, please, can you guys stop talking over me?
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
as I was saying, about this game, I don't really see any hope going into this game. As I said, even before the Brentford game, do you know what I'm saying? I hate Arsenal. You know, I hate Arsenal to the gut, and I want to beat them. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the moment, they're gonna come out from this City game angry. Yes, maybe it might not be a
Yeah.
pamming.
It could
Maybe
go.
it might not be a
It can go
beating. They're
two
gonna come.
ways.
Yeah,
Like Frank said, it can go the Arsenal way or our way.
yeah.
Depends,
Nick.
Yeah,
Can I
go
just
on.
let me
Yeah,
just finish?
sorry. Cameron,
And
let me
people.
just go for a quick, a
Okay,
quick
cool.
smoke. Take over, yeah, and I'll be
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
I'll keep an eye on it, Nick. I'll keep an eye on it for you, Bell.
Yeah, let
Right.
JK. Yeah,
I'll let
no,
JK speak. Like,
yeah,
go on, JK. Carry on speaking,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah, I just want to address the issue about what Gunner King was saying. I mean, about talking about the past, thinking we can do it now. I think multiple times this season we've done that, and the result hasn't come to plan. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I even had it as well. I'm guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? As in, we go into big games, and I'm saying, you know what, Arsenal, we're gonna beat Arsenal. It's in our DNA to beat Arsenal, and all of a sudden it's happened. Do you know what I'm saying? We go into Southampton and we think, oh, you know what, this should be an easy bounce back. Everyone said that, and then we go lose to them with no manager. Do you know what I'm saying? The team is not how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? And I've been saying that for years. This is not me trying to act up for Ghana. It's something I've been saying for a long time. Do you get what I'm saying? These players are just not it, bro. We don't have that Chelsea in us anymore this season, and he will come back. I'm sure of it next season. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the moment, yeah, the owners has done some stuff to destroy the club. Not, but they're trying to fix it, which is the good thing. For example, hiring the wrong manager. Do you get what I'm saying? Sacking Tuchel. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, can I have a go at them? No. This is their first season. Everyone's gonna make mistakes. It's not like they were doing this intentionally. You know what I'm saying? Those are mistakes, and they're gonna be fixed. Do you know what I'm saying? And the tactical know-how of Lampard, it doesn't make sense. I don't even know tomorrow if he's going to put a lineup of João Felix and all. He's probably going to start in N'Golo Kante and Gallagher. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? But then with Chelsea, is more of a thing. You're like, we don't know which game we're going to win. Do you know what I'm saying? All our games in front of us, they look so losable. Do you know what I'm saying? Because of the way we're playing. Yes, we got the good players and all, but if you can't manage them properly, if you cannot manage good players properly, how are they going to thrive? Do you know what I'm saying? This is why I can't judge the likes of João Felix, Mudryk. Do you know what I'm saying? Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez came in and carried that midfield on his own, but we played Fulham. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a
You're
disaster
forgetting
from
the
top.
lineups as well, though. You're forgetting the lineups as well.
Yeah,
There's
we'll get the
shocking
lineups as
lineups as
well,
well, my bro.
but I'm not going to be all optimistic. This guy will play a strong lineup. He will probably play the same lineup he played against Brentford. That's just Frank Lampard for you. He's
No,
like this.
JK. What it was, yeah. I don't. Well, I'm going to say here now, like Lampard, right? Like we've been figuring out what's going on with our team. He played that lineup, yeah, because there's a certain stance, but he's not stupid. Lampard knows how to play against Arsenal,
Then why should he play that lineup?
Right. Lampard knows how to play against Marco Arteta. He's got a better record winning against Marco Arteta.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, of course he has. Go look at the stats, Gunnar, mate.
No,
Right, go
he
look at the stats.
doesn't.
I've already looked at the stats,
We've
mate.
not won them since
Lampard's
Won
beaten
Lampard
Thousand.
hasn't
one
got
Marco
a
game
good
as a
Arteta
record
twice.
against
manager
Arteta.
against
You've only
Arsenal
beaten
for
him
both
twice.
Chelsea and Everton.
He's
Not
beating
manager,
you.
but
Yeah,
the
he's
player,
beating you at Everton. He's beating you. Yeah, he's beating with you. Yeah, at
He
Chelsea. Yeah.
wasn't manager of Everton when they beat us.
He wasn't managing Everton when he was Sean Dyche.
Oh my god.
It was Sean Dyche,
But he drew. They didn't not. Oh yeah, they haven't
Yeah,
played.
but he's never beaten
He's only
Arteta.
Oh yeah, they haven't
Apart
played.
from the time when he
I
Okay,
played
they
believe he's
haven't
only
Chelsea.
played. All
won
right,
us.
yeah, sorry, they
He's
haven't
not
played.
even on
Apart
it.
from the time,
Oh.
1920, that was it.
But what I'm
He's
trying
not
to say
been.
is, yeah, Lampard has got a better record with Marco Arteta when he was at Chelsea, yeah, and it's facts,
What?
yeah. But the thing is, what
What?
Lampard knows
What?
Arteta's style of play. Lampard knows a style of play of
Lampard
Marco.
hasn't even got a better win record than Roy Hodgson this season. Roy Hodgson's only managed 6 games for Crystal Palace. What What you think he's got a better
Yeah,
record
but
than Arsenal?
we're
Dan,
talking now. We're
Lampard
talking
has
now,
not been
yeah. When
good.
he was
He's
at
not.
Everton,
He's
You're
not a good
saying some wrong
manager.
things.
But Gunnar, Lampard never got backed at Everton. I spoke to an Everton
Dan,
fan, and he told me he never got backed.
Dan,
Got the players he wanted to
Dan.
bring
So
in.
are you telling me?
Come on,
So
man.
Dan, you're
Dan,
telling
Let's
me
stop it here,
Lampard.
now.
You're
Let's
telling me.
stop it here.
You're telling me Lampard is going to out tactic Arteta tomorrow.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he won't put the Conor Gallagher and Sterling up front. I don't think he'll play the formation. What he'll
He
play
did it
for
against
Southampton.
Madrid. A Madrid team. We know we had to get 3 goals to go through,
Yeah,
and he
but
did it. But why did he
I'm
do
telling
that?
you, that weren't Lampard's pick. I'm telling you now, that
This was Lampard's
pick.
pick. You
It was
can't tell me that's
top
the
bonus.
owners.
You
The
know
owners
It was
don't
top
pick the
something,
bonus.
yeah?
It
lineup.
was the owners. It was
Listen,
the owners.
I
The
get
owners don't pick
you're a
the
Chelsea
lineup,
fan
Dan.
and you wanna back your club, bro. But let's not disrespect Arteta here, bro. He's not a novice. He's not a rookie. He didn't win a trophy in his first 6 months by beating you, might add, by fluke. He had never managed before, ever. 3 years later, he's built a title challenging team, and you can talk about bottling this and bottling that or whatever. Yeah, we were never expected to even challenge this season. Yeah. So if you want to sit here and try and mug this manager off, if you want to sit here and be complacent about this manager, and if Lampard has the same attitude that this Dan has about Arteta's management, I'm going to love tomorrow. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to love tomorrow. Yeah. Because if you think this guy is where he is and Arsenal are where they are this season, you can talk about the last 20 years. You can talk about what we've not done in Europe. You can bring up the past all you like. But if you think that we are where we are right now because we just got lucky, because the rest of the league hasn't been good, or whatever excuse you want to make, then if you want to take that into the game tomorrow, like I pity you, because you are going to get the reality check
Oh, no,
of a lifetime. I promise you, bro.
I'm going to say this. I know where you're coming
It's not
from,
going to
mate. I
be
know where you're
pretty,
coming
bro.
from, mate, yeah? But no, I'm going to talk football here. I'm going to talk football here now, yeah? Right. For the season, what you've got, yeah, has been outstanding. And VAR's quite helped you out. You've done a Leicester season, a Leicester City season. But you're top.
I disagree with that, bro. I disagree.
Chelsea, I hate Arsenal.
I'm telling you,
I hate
we all
Arsenal,
hate
but
Arsenal, but if you seen the way when the Premier League restarted and the way the comebacks that they have done from 2-0 down, 1-0 down, that's champions mentality, whether you agree with it or not. And I'm sure Gunnar gladly agrees with my point.
Yeah, I understand where Hassan. I see where you're coming from, right? Yeah, but if you think of it, if Liverpool wasn't bad this season, like do you think Arsenal will be where they are, or Newcastle?
So Dan,
to put this into perspective, right?
Let me respond
Flip what you're saying about Arsenal.
You know what? Let me just finish, Hassan.
Let me just respond. Let me just say one thing very quickly, right?
Yeah.
So let me describe before this season. Let me describe the dynamic of the Premier League for the last 5 years. This is how it's been. Man City and Liverpool have been the 2 best clubs in England. Chelsea have been the best of the rest. And everyone else, be it Man United, be it Arsenal, be it Tottenham, be it Newcastle, there was no Brighton, there was no Fulham on the periphery, there was no Brentford. These teams are all having good seasons, pushing for Europe as well. There was literally the 2 best teams in England, Chelsea being the best of the rest and everyone else. But the season when Arsenal and City are the best of the rest, then there's United, then there's everyone else. Now you want to talk about Liverpool being poor and having a bad season when it's exactly the same dynamic. The only thing that's changed is the teams and the order of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have look. You have
Why am I hearing excuses, bro?
Yeah, look. Hold on a minute.
You're saying about Liverpool, Man City was the best.
It's the same thing, though.
Dan, let me just say, hold on a minute.
Two teams that are better than everyone else. A third team that's better than all the rest, and then everyone else being poor.
We top at number 1 in the Premier
League before last
season?
Nick, can I just finish?
Yeah, let please everyone. Let's everyone
have a say.
Ghana, 1 second. Ghana, we come back to you in a minute. I want everyone to have a chance to talk. It's JK. Go ahead. Then we go to Dex and have some.
Final thing. I know. I support the club. We all support the same club. It's fair to admit. It's okay to admit we've had a bad season. Do you know what I'm saying? And disrespectfully, Arsenal have been better than us by far. Do you know what I'm saying? I hate Arsenal, but we need to admit they've been way better than us
Word
this
JK.
season.
Word
Do you know what I'm
JK,
saying?
bro.
And that shouldn't happen. Do you know what
every
I'm
It
team,
saying?
hates us.
JK, it's
JK,
not just
JK.
Arsenal.
And
Every
they
team
deserve
has
to
been
be
better.
where they are.
JK, it's a pain saying it, my bro. It's a pain saying
It's
it.
a big
That they've been
pain.
better than us than this
Yeah,
season.
but it's
And
true.
I'm disappointed that I have to be saying this because this team has been bad, horrible, and I don't
The
see
thing
any
is,
positive after this season. I
but
really don't.
that's
So
the
if
thing. Look,
people,
Deals knows me. Yeah, don't you think it's been painful to say that Chelsea have been better than us for the last 2 decades?
yeah,
Because you have
and it
For
was
you
and
to
it was
say that,
good that
yeah,
you
Yeah,
brought
it's
it in.
been,
Deals,
yeah,
when have
for
you ever heard me not
you
say
to
that?
say
Though?
that, yeah.
but
For you to
yeah,
say that,
but
it's normal. It's been
yeah,
like
but
that.
look,
It's
that's
Normal,
always
normal.
been
innit?
like that, Gunner.
You said
Yeah,
that.
it's been like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
Dills. Last time
how
when
it's
Gunner, when
been,
I
bro.
spoke to
All I'm
Gunner,
Yeah,
hearing from Dan is, Liverpool, they've been poor this and you bottled that and all this. Like,
hey Gunner, I know you
come
from
on, man.
Twitter, my
Dan,
brother.
it's
I know
reality.
you. I know,
Come
I
on,
know,
man.
I know
Arsenal
Gunner.
deserve to be
I,
where they
I,
are. I hate
yeah, of
it,
course
but
they
they
are. Of
do.
course, of course. I know Gunner. I know Gunner from like Twitter. Me and Gunner, he came on my Twitter space before, and we've had a right good laugh on football, and we talk about football. But what I'm just saying to Gunner is, yeah, we know that you've done good, but we never seen the eyes of Leicester City win that Premier League that year. Remember that year where we
Oh
was
yeah,
talking about?
Mm.
And
that
me
was
and
a
Gunner spoke
miracle of
about
all
But
that.
miracles. Yeah,
Yeah, and me and Gunner
Yeah,
spoke
but
about
yeah,
it.
this
Gunners
we
is
came
don't
on my
include
Twitter space
anomalies,
before.
man.
yeah.
Yeah, Gunners came on my
yeah.
Twitter space before. Me and him had a white laugh on our Twitter, yeah. And
Yeah,
he said to me, "Oh, Razor, you know how much I hate that 20 years Chelsea has
yeah.
conceded
But
Premier
Dan,
things."
let me just say something before you go on. Look, before those great 20 years with Roman, Arsenal used to batter us.
The
You know,
thing
I
is,
can go
yeah,
back. You know, Max here, Bobby, we all been there. People, you know, we used to go to Chelsea and dread playing Arsenal, even if it was a London derby, massive. We had some good draws with them, some good wins, but they had more. Um, you know, then it changed around when Roman came in. We became the top team in London. Arsenal were the top team before, with no doubts. Tottenham, you know,
yeah,
were way behind. It was Arsenal at the time, like we were under Roman. This is football. Liverpool, look at Liverpool. They were the best of the best in Europe. But every big team, Man United, they have their big times and the bad times. This is a stage. It goes through to every single club on the planet,
Hmm.
every single club. So, you know, that's why I'm not shocked. We're having one of our worst seasons ever. But, you know, we need a manager to, you know, get these players going because we have great players. And we should be,
y-
you know, back in the team like I always do. I'll go. I was there at Brighton. I didn't like it, but Brighton were too good for us.
The thing
Simple.
is,
Yeah,
Nick, yeah, like
yeah,
to
yeah,
elaborate on what you're saying, yeah, like, look, I always knew Arsenal wouldn't be terrible forever. I'm
yeah.
not going to sit here and say that Chelsea are going to be like this forever because
No one,
when you
no
reach a
team can
certain
do it
point, yeah,
forever. No team.
when you
Yeah,
reach a certain level of eliteness, and Arsenal were an elite club, yeah, you can say, oh yeah,
I
we didn't
know.
win anything in Europe, but you know, like Nick and Bobby will know, like, you know, what I mean, in those days, you know, like for elite level status, we were at that level, you know, like,
Are you
and
saying
they
those
always
days?
they,
Let me
they,
bring you some remember stuff.
they'll
Some great
always come a downtime, man,
pictures here.
and this is when you're going to find out
This is
what
when we had
Chelsea are made
look.
of.
This
You
is
know what I
Kerry
mean?
Dixon when we came
Yeah,
back
man.
from Division
oh,
Two. He's got
we
that
beat
great goal
Arsenal.
at
1-1,
Highbury.
wasn't it? Was that 1-1?
Yeah, we equalized. Great.
Yeah, we drew
I
1-1.
was on
Yeah, I
that
remember that game.
top left stand. It was all Chelsea,
Yeah,
man. It was
In,
unbelievable.
in
And
terms of the modern era,
I'll go back. Wait, hold on. Let's go forward. I want to show you, you know, the past a bit, so you remember, you know, how it was. Hold on a minute. This was the clock end, of course. Great games, always Chelsea, Arsenal. Peter Benetti
Danny's missed.
and Armstrong. Peter Benetti,
Brady.
Armstrong, your great winger you used to have.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think you remember. Was you around those days, sir, Gunnar?
No, not quite those days,
After
man.
that, yeah.
A bit before my
Okay.
time, yeah.
Yeah, you had great teams. It was hard for
Do you
us to
remember the
beat.
5-0, Nick? You forgot the 5-0 when we beat them 5-0 in the end
Yeah, we
backyard.
beat them
January,
6
Oh,
February.
0.
lads,
Don't forget,
let's not.
we
In the
had our
League Cup.
moments. And you know what?
I
They beat
was
us. You
behind
know,
the
they
goal.
have the
I was behind the
record,
clock
Max.
in
They
that
beat us 9-0. But that was in 1915. Yeah, I
Mm.
went
No, they didn't.
9-0. Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, 1915. Yes,
Way
they
before
did.
our
No,
life.
they didn't.
Yeah, I heard it on
Before we
BT
were
Sport.
born, no one was born.
I heard on BT
We
Sport.
haven't been
Apparently, they
beaten
hold the
9-0
record
by
for the
Arsenal.
biggest win in
Yeah, they do.
fixture at Arsenal.
We can't like they
Beating us
do.
9-0.
They beat us
Against
9-0.
Chelsea.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
You go, you look it up and you're gonna find it. They've won more games than us. I've looked it up. You know, through our history.
We lost in the biggest final, but we have won more head-to-head finals as well.
Yeah. Yes, you have.
I remember the Wayne Bridge goal as well.
Yeah, I haven't got that one. That was unbelievable. That game. You know, I think you was around there in Ghana when we quarterfinal Champions League.
Invincible season,
yeah, that was unbelievable. That game 2-1 to us, but that was some game. God, but yeah, there's been great games with Arsenal and Chelsea through the year. You know, all the years you go past to the 1900s, and you're gonna find great games. 70s, 71, you know, 77.
Oh, Nick, take that picture off. I don't like it. I
the
remember.
thing that's annoying for me, right, is I would have really liked for us to get back closer towards our best again, with you still being at your best. Because I think you all agree as well, Nick and Bobby, if you're like from an older generation, and Dan as well. When I was younger, up until the 03-04 season, unequivocally Arsenal were a better team. After that, up until this point, this season, unequivocally Chelsea have been a better team. But there's always been something holding, like before 2003, you didn't have the infrastructure and the resources, the fan base. Do you know what I mean? You didn't have the global brand to kind of compete with us.
No, we didn't.
Now you've got all those things.
Now,
and
changed.
Arsenal's kind of fell behind, didn't it? So I wanted to see a time when we're both competitive at the same time.
Yeah, I want that as well, Gunnar. I want
like,
that as
you know
well.
what I mean? Like when
you
got any excuses, you know what I mean?
Gunnar, I've been waiting for this moment, for you to arrive to the party. Now you have finally arrived to the party. When we are back, we're gonna show you, man, who's the boss of London. Yeah,
that's coming back. Of course, Chelsea always comes back.
Ready.
Because
when we're
there's only one club in London that ain't Arsenal that's made it interesting, and that's Chelsea, bro. Before that, it was just Arsenal. So we can't rely on Tottenham to be our rivals, bro.
You know what? Because Tottenham went so back behind. They are big. Your big rivals are big rivals as well, but Tottenham's just become a joke club.
Yeah, they're just rivals by
rivals, but
virtue of a postcode. Yes. Do you know what I mean? They're another club in North London, or they're another club in London, but that's the only way that they're rivals to us, man. Let's be honest. Right?
No, like I agree. Like Nick,
rivalry in London is Arsenal and Chelsea, isn't it?
Like Gunnar, for example, as you said, I actually want this to happen. I mean, imagine Arsenal and Chelsea fighting at an elite level. I mean, a rivalry that can literally never be forgotten. You know, like the way Man United, Liverpool is. I can imagine. Like,
because Man United, the reason why Man United and Liverpool, is the biggest rivalry in English football is because I separate rivalry into two things. So you've got like a competitive rivalry, where you're competing for the same thing, top 4 trophies to avoid relegation, like competing in Europe together, whatever it is, or you've got a regional rivalry, Arsenal and Tottenham, like they share the postcode area of North London, but in a competitive sense, Tottenham do not compete with us. You can say they finished above you 16 in a row. We still won more trophies than them in that time when we were absolutely at our worst. They couldn't at their best. They don't compete with us. You know what I mean? Arsenal and Chelsea have the capacity to have what Man United and Liverpool have, which is both a competitive and a regional rivalry. Do you know what I mean? Where they're both on the same doorstep.
We're both having trophies as well.
The same thing. And if you see that, I think that will be a good spectacle.
Now it comes to the point I want to say, Ghana, hold on. Ghana, so who's
Before
the
you
biggest...
go there, Nick.
Wait, Max, hold on. One second. Right, now he's talking about that. Who's the biggest team in London? Who's the best in London? Tell me the truth now. No bias or anything. Who's the best club in London still?
The best club in London at the moment is Arsenal.
No.
Not
just at the moment. Through the late, don't forget, we have the Champions League twice.
Yeah, that's great.
Where is your Champions
No,
League?
Nick,
Wait.
let him speak. Let him speak. I want to hear what he got to say.
This is a separate debate for a separate conversation, man. Lads,
I thought I'd get you lot, guys. Yeah,
Pipe down,
Explain.
Lads, it's literally one Arsenal guy, man. Just take it calm, man.
I just had to mention it.
Let Gunner
explain
why.
I could make my point.
This guy's talking shit about what he's done for fucking last nothing half the 19 years, and you ain't got.
Damn.
Man, please, civil, guys. Civil, man. He's not even spoken one word.
Yeah.
He's not even spoken one word.
No, I was just asking him a question. Right now, Arsenal in the Premiership. But, when it comes to what colour is London? For me, it's blue.
For me, it's red.
Forever blue, bro.
No.
Forever blue.
Nick,
we want every single trophy there is. We are elite.
Let me handle this game.
Guys,
You're not elite.
Lads, calm down, man.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go
I
on.
got the question, so I've not even had a chance to answer it. But
Ghana, let me ask you a question, yeah?
Ghana, let me speak a minute. Hold on. Let me just speak. Let me just land. If we're looking at league titles won, then you've got to say Arsenal because they've won a lot more than we have. And FA Cup
domestically, we all agree.
Where we shade it in Europe. We are the kings of Europe in London. But if you're talking about domestically, then it's Arsenal.
That's true.
And that's me speaking as a
but
Chelsea
so
fan.
what colour is Max?
No,
Max,
Max,
we're Chelsea, right? And we're going to say, wait a minute, we're going to say London is blue always. But
we're always going to say London is blue. But
Arsenal,
if we're looking at it,
London was red when Arsenal were an elite club and we wasn't.
We've been bigger than Arsenal for the past 2
That's
decades.
the time they were. We took over.
You're forgetting
Arsenal fans.
You're forgetting
we plenty. Wait a minute.
Lads, calm down, man. Civil.
Hold on.
I mean, I've not even had a chance to say anything yet, but carry on.
Ghana, let me ask you a question, yeah?
Let me just say this. Look, they were. London was red one time, but Roman Bates came in actually and started.
We've been bigger than this.
Yeah, not no more.
Blue.
Nick.
Then Roman came. He just finished London blue. That's what it is. They have that.
Ghana, let me ask you a question. Yeah. You disagree? Let me ask you a question. Which London club last won the Premier League?
Question for God's sake.
Listen. Ghana. Which London club last won the Premier
League? Chelsea won the Premier League. Chelsea last won the Champions League. What do you want me to say, bro? But again, what Chelsea fans? So listen. Let me have my say. Let me have my say, bro, because I was asked the question respectfully. Yeah, right. So the thing is, bro. Yeah, with Chelsea fans. Yeah, like you're like, who won the last Premier League? Chelsea. Who won the Champions League? Chelsea. Fair enough. Yeah, right. But the thing is, yeah. In the broad context, of dominant periods in London, Now, if we compare your dominant period of 2 decades to ours of 8 or 9, there's a significant number of decades where we have unequivocally been the best team in London, in my favour. Am I correct?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right.
So, if we look at who the most decorated club is, and you can say that my cabinet lacks European silverware and pedigree. I'm not arguing that or disputing that. But if you look at who the most decorated club in London is, it's my club, not yours. It's been that way. It's been that way. Bro. Listen, I got asked the thing is, this is why I don't like getting on Chelsea Spaces or YouTube. I get asked the question and I don't even get given a You get what I'm saying? Let me answer the question. Because none of you was asked the question I was.
About you winning the Trophy Cup, FA Cup. Oh my God!
If you're gonna get emotional, no disrespect, right? If you're gonna get emotional, just remove yourself. Honestly.
Thank you. So I'm trying to
answer. Hold on, everyone, please. Hassan, let Hassan have a say.
No. Let Gunnar King finish, and then I'll say after.
Let Gunnar answer the question.
So the thing is,
next and
right. For me,
can I say something afterwards?
For me, the thing is, like when you say things like that, what Dan said about you want to bring up your FA Cups or whatever. Listen, if I want to talk to Chelsea fans, I don't have to pretend you didn't win a Champions League. I don't have to pretend you don't have the most number of Champions Leagues. I don't have to pretend that you're not the most recent winners of the Champions League or the Premier League. The thing is, you will call us things like FA Cup merchants, Community Shield merchants. Now, listen, there is an added relevance to the FA Cups that we have. Yeah. And the added relevance is this. No club in England has more than us. Yeah. No club in the Premier League era has won more than us. Yeah. So it's not just a fact of, oh, you got a lot of FA Cups. You got bigger clubs in England, with the likes of Man United and Liverpool, that can't even say the same thing. Yeah. So that is relevant. Yeah. And the thing is, you know, wait a little bit, please. I'm not done. Yeah. The thing is, when you call us Charity Shield and FA Cup merchants, you disregard the fact that we have 13 league titles. There is only 3 clubs in England with more than 10. Yeah. And you ain't one of them. Yeah. 13. And you'll say, oh, yeah, but you only won 3 in the Premier League era. Listen, Man United fans don't sing 13 times on the terraces. They sing 20 times because they all count. 13 league titles is more than every other club in London combined. Yeah. Now, when we talk about relegations,
okay,
yeah,
because that does matter.
That does matter.
Right now, you mentioned relegation.
Hang on.
Ghana, you've not won it all, man. You've not won it all, bro.
Guys, if you're gonna be, if you're not gonna be your turn.
Let Ghana finish his point.
Thank you.
Then I want to ask you about that.
Listen,
relegation.
No, but he doesn't.
If we're talking about
our club, right?
Listen,
like, there is no reason you should be talking about relegation.
Hello. Let me finish.
Yeah, sure. Let me finish. Yeah.
Because if we are talking about relegations, let me just remind you what happens when you get relegated. Yeah. You go down a division.
We're not getting relegated.
Your fan base isn't growing as exponentially quickly as it was when you get promoted.
Yeah? So let me finish.
Thank you. Let me finish, man. Do you know what I mean? I got asked the question. Yeah. So we've been relegated once since 1919. Arsenal has the longest consecutive record of competing in the top flight of English football. Not
Everton.
Nick, please let me finish.
Yeah,
please.
Everton.
No. Everton. No, Nick. Let me explain.
Yeah. Right, carry on, and I'll get to you.
We've been relegated once when we were Woolwich Arsenal in 1919. Everton got relegated last time in 1949. So they have the second longest record. Arsenal have the longest record of competing in the top flight. Wait,
if you remember, go on. Let me just say this: if you remember. You should have been relegated that time. You played the FA and you stayed up.
In the World War II, they played the FA.
What I'm trying to say.
All right, let me say.
Relegated twice.
Arsenal have only been relegated once. Yeah. And the last time,
the secretary should have been relegated by the World War II, mate. And you paid the.
We weren't relegated. We weren't.
All right,
I'm never going to get to the end of a point. Like, this is why I can't do this.
Sorry.
Sorry, go speak, mate. Speak.
You need to learn to let people speak, bro.
The longest consecutive record of competing in the top flight of English football. Again, not even Man United and Liverpool can say the same thing. Arsenal have been the team that have been in the top division longer than any other club in England, and that's over a century. We've been relegated once. Chelsea have been relegated 6 times and have 6 titles.
What have you won?
But these things matter, bro. Like, the thing is, it doesn't.
Zero.
No one's.
Lads, can I say one thing, right?
Conversation, bro. Yeah. Nottingham Forest. No, let me just break it down. Nottingham Forest have 2 Champions Leagues. Yeah, we have none. Are they bigger than us? No. Why are Nottingham Forest not bigger than Arsenal? Because they've been relegated more recently and they spent more time in the lower divisions of English football. And in all those years that we spent in the top flight, we continue to grow so much quicker than they did because they weren't in the top flight. That mattered. That's why Forest aren't a bigger club than us. And they weren't winning other bits of silverware as well.
Still singing, you get what I'm saying? Still singing, you can't.
Dan, guys, you talk about letting him finish, right? Then you interrupt him, man.
You were literally in the lower divisions. Yeah, I get it. You won everything recently, but that doesn't make that go away.
Question, yeah. Let me. It's me who asked the question.
Let him make the point.
So let me reply to you.
Yeah, hold on, please. Hold on. Everyone wants to talk. Let him finish your point. Then I want to. We have to go to the people who hasn't talked. Max wanted to say something. And then after Max, we go to Cheryl, Hassan, and Dex. He's been waiting for a long time. So let's be fair here, please. Go on, Gather. Finish your point. I think he's finished his point.
So the thing is for me, like I think a lot of you guys talk as if these factors I'm talking about with, like, because things that you've done in more recent history, it's like you feel that they erase less recent history. Now, between 1971 and 1996, you didn't win a single trophy. Yeah, like, and
when Champions League can buy you
the thing is, again, bro, you gotta let me land, man. Like, this is embarrassing. Like, come on,
keep telling Deals, please let him finish.
Yeah.
And then we go one
Not
by
me.
one.
Why are you mentioning my name, mate? Don't mention my name.
It's all of you. I didn't say your name. I'm saying everyone.
Again, like the league title thing, you've won 5 since 2004. But before that, it had been a 49-year drought. Now, if you look at the consistency of Arsenal's league title wins, there's only 2 decades since the 1930s where we haven't won one. And that is in the 60s and in the last decade. Yeah. So if you look at the consistency and the spread of our trophy wins, like they go back to Herbert Chapman in the 30s. Do you get what I'm saying?
We know that. We
know. The thing is, you can talk about your recent history involving things that we haven't won, but equally, what you need to stop ignoring is the fact that your less recent history, like, was not significant to us at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like there was a lot of catch up involved in your recent history, not overtaking. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't just look at European silverware. Like, Juventus and AC Milan. Juventus are probably bigger than AC Milan. They've got less European silverware. But because they've got more overall silverware and way more domestically, that's what I'm talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, we understand that.
You can't just look at European silverware and be like, yeah, that makes London blue, like, in my opinion.
We're saying it's blue.
Sherlock, man.
Wait, Dan. Yeah, I understand what Ghana's saying. But, you know, at the moment, it's blue. It's not red because we have the Champions Leagues. Arsenal won.
We have 4 European Cups. Dad got no serious.
Come on, man. Lads, calm down, man. Calm down.
All right.
Man United, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Where's Arsenal in the matter?
You can't kick him out. He's going to keep talking, man.
After you, Dan, please, let's go in order now. People haven't talked. Yeah, let's go to Dex. I said a word, and Hassan and Cheryl, please.
No, it was Max. Nick.
And Max wanted to say something. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to address something because
go on.
I'm an historian. Obviously, I know Gunnar is an historian as well because he's quoted a lot of historical facts about Arsenal. Okay, so is Gunnar still there? Is your mute?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, I'm still here, man. I'm still here.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys were formed in. You were one of the first clubs to be formed in England, in 1890 or whatever. So you were already you were already an established club. We were formed in 1905. Okay, so you did go a couple of decades before you won your first trophy. You took 30 years from formation to winning your first league thing. So that happens when you're establishing yourself as a club. So, okay, under Herbert Chapman, that's when you were the most successful. I think you won 5 titles in the 30s, if I'm not mistaken.
5 league titles in the 30s, 2 in the
30s.
The only London team to do we won 4 in a row as well.
Yeah, but yeah, you did. But obviously, if we were formed before you, then we may be saying that we had won those in the 30s. Okay, if you were formed in 1910 or whatever, and we were formed in 18, and we had already been established, right? So if we obviously that's written in history, but let's not. Yeah. So, but there are factors behind that, and then you won 1 in the 40s, 1 in the 50s, 1 in the 70s, and 1 in the 80s. So you won 1 each year in the next decades. If you look back, especially in the 60s, Chelsea were finished higher than you in many of those seasons. If you go back in history and have a look, we finished higher than you a lot in those seasons. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and you guys were mid-table a lot of the times in the 60s. In the 70s, that's when we dropped away, and that's obviously because of our stadium rebuild when we built the new East End, etc. And that's when we started to drop away. And obviously, you guys came back in the 80s, and that big match against Liverpool that we all know, Mickey Thomas scoring that last-minute equaliser. In fact, I was actually jumping around my room like an Arsenal supporter just simply because I hated Arsenal.
That was my
So
first league
outside
title. I
our
was a
times have
6-year-old kid,
changed.
man.
I couldn't believe I was getting excited about Arsenal win the league. Yeah, because Liverpool's won it all every single season.
Yeah, that's. I had the same feeling that time.
Yeah,
Max.
yeah. But since the turn of the decade, since this decade, we have obviously dominated you guys when it comes to winning trophies. 5 league titles to Arsenal's, is it 2? And Champions League, where you've carried on your consistency is the FA Cup. So at the moment, as I said before, domestically you could say Arsenal, yeah, but Chelsea Chelsea can probably overtake Arsenal over time because we are up there now as a big club. I think historically, yeah, Arsenal get it, but if we're looking at it now, then it's equal. Arsenal still have got a bigger fan base, or they've got a bigger fan base, but they've got a bigger stadium which they can fill. But there's not a lot between the two clubs.
I would also like to add as well, just very quickly, we got the biggest localized fan base of any club in the world. And what I mean by that, yeah, there's more Arsenal fans in London than there are Madrid fans in Madrid, Barcelona fans in Barcelona, Munich fans in Munich. Like, London's obviously a big city, yeah, and because like it stretches back, like our success stretches earlier, and I agree with Max. We were an earlier established club, so that helped a lot. Like there are more Arsenal fans in this city that I'm sat in right now than there are any other fans. And even when we've not been at our best for 2 decades, that hasn't changed. You know what I mean?
I dispute that.
No,
I dispute that. What's the best
it hasn't
finish
changed,
your
bro. There's
memory?
more check it up, bro. There's
Check
facts.
But
what I'm saying is there are more Arsenal fans in London than any other fan base.
Yeah,
Are you sure
in
about
North
that?
London.
I'm
Yeah.
positive.
Are you sure
No,
about
You're
that?
wrong, mate.
What are you
whole of
talking
London, bro.
about?
We have the biggest localized fan base in Europe, bro.
I'm from West
Yeah,
London. I'm
localised
from
to
West
North
London.
London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are
a
more
big fan
Chelsea
base,
fans. There are more
Nick,
Chelsea
I'm
fans
from West London.
than
There's
there
more
are Arsenal.
Chelsea fans in Arsenal in facts. And West London,
Look, it's changed.
they
We
have more
become.
Chelsea
He's
shirts than wearing
localized,
You
Arsenal. I
man.
don't know
That's
can't.
where
You
not
this guy's
local,
can't.
talking about.
bro.
Wait
We
a
talk
minute,
about
man.
localized, so I need to look that up. I
Yeah,
don't know
you have to
the
look it up. It's
That's
not
not a
easy.
correct metric
I'll
at
send
all.
it to you
There are
later,
more
bro.
Chelsea
Yeah.
fans on
But
social media for a start. If you want to
but no,
start
but one
counting
thing.
fans.
Again, but
But
listen,
one
So
thing,
social media is
Chelsea.
not an accurate metric. Yeah, for
neither is what
fan
you're
base numbers.
talking about, mate.
They're actually
Localized area. What are you
so,
talking about?
so
Where do you
again.
get
I'm
that
gonna
statistic
Ghana
from?
King,
I'm gonna
Ghana King,
explain
Ghana,
it, bro, and I'm
Frank,
gonna you know what?
let me
Later on,
come
I'll
back
send
with
it.
2
I'll
stars,
send it
mate.
to Nick.
When you
Yeah,
never get.
there
Yeah,
are
send
more Arsenal.
it to
I'm gonna
me.
say it again. Yeah,
Yeah.
we are
what
London
kind of
clubs. Yeah, we are
what
London
sound is
clubs.
that, man?
Yeah, and there are more Arsenal fans in London than any other fan base. And I'm not
Wait a
No,
lying.
it's
minute. Yeah,
not.
wait,
You're
wait,
There
Dan,
wrong.
definitely
hold
is.
on.
Maybe,
There is,
Wait, let
Dan.
me just say, hold on,
we have
everyone.
more
Hold on.
nationally. Chelsea
Yeah,
have more nationally. 'Cause
international
if you go
different. We
to
have
Scotland,
more
if you go
in the
to
world
not
than
even
anyone.
in the area, even
Yeah.
if you go to Scotland, if you go to Wales, if you go
Yes.
other places, there's a massive
And
Chelsea
you
fan base
can't.
around the
Wait a minute,
country.
Ghana. You
Listen,
can't.
lads.
He probably
Wait
lives
a
in
minute,
Finsbury Park and he's
let me
been
just say this.
counting all
Hold
the
on,
Arsenal
chaps.
fans he bumps into
My
Yeah.
everywhere.
God.
Let me just
I've
say
lived
this.
all over London, bro.
You can't get the right answer with this question because no survey's been done in London to go and ask every fan of Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal. That's never been done, never will be done. But we are massive. Arsenal, I know they're massive. Even Tottenham, they have the
Nick,
whole.
remember, Man United
Even
have their own big
Tottenham, how
fan base
shit
too.
they are. Now we're talking about London. West Ham, how shit they are, but they have a lot of fans. We are. You can't say Arsenal has the most or Chelsea has the most.
No, you can't. You can't measure
You
it.
can't.
It's just
You can't
It's
measure
a
it.
silly
Right, you
argument.
can't.
It's
That
a
need to
non-argument. You can't
come out and
argue.
say there's more Arsenal
No,
fans in
Ghana.
London. It's just bullshit.
Dan. Let me tell you one thing, Ghana. Yeah, you see, Chelsea is in the top 3. However much we've been shit this season, we're still top 3 in the UEFA rankings. Arsenal Football Club is in the 23rd.
Oh,
100%.
Yeah,
come
it
on,
speaks for
man.
itself. No, listen. It speaks for itself. Yeah. So we all know what color London is, yeah, and we all know the club that has been bigger in the past decades, man. We've won it all, man. Yeah, we understand that you've won more FA Cups. You have, you might have league titles and all that. But let me tell you one thing, yeah. If you're talking about a decorated cabinet, it's Chelsea because we've won it all. It doesn't matter
won
how
it
many
all. That
FA Cups
Arsenal
you have.
hasn't, Show. Big up, Show.
One
No,
left.
let me land.
Please,
You see,
lads, there's
Ghana,
only
you
one
have,
Arsenal guy here, so one at a time.
Well,
Ghana,
Frank's house, son. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Cheryl, go ahead.
Ghana King, invite your boy Tony, cause he's been hiding, bro. Yeah, he's been hiding. Yeah,
Who?
all that was talk early on in the season, saying that you're gonna win the Premier League. Yeah, invite him. Invite
Hey,
him.
lads, one at a time, man. That's him. Gunnar King's not said anything.
My immediate response would be Chelsea winning the league title
Sorry,
this
man.
season.
Let's Dex talk. He's been sat in there for ages, and let's
Yeah,
go
exactly.
to
Let's let Dex, the Liverpool man himself, come and have a say. Dex, go ahead.
You're right.
Thanks for that great win the other day.
Jota deserved the red card.
It was great.
Let's tell about that.
Bribery yesterday, man.
Let's say about that. I think my heart stopped beating about twice during watching that game. Listen, I've just finished eating my popcorn about 2 times listening to this. It's quite mental. Kind of definitely coming here with a statement. Not gonna lie, but I know what he's about. I see his Twitter, I see his TikToks. I know what that guy's saying. But yeah, big up anyway. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I think Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea is always a big game. And I think at the end of the day, I hear Gunner's point, I'd be the same. I think anyone would back their team in any sort of big game, in a top rivalry game. But I think, with forms and all that, I think that it goes out all the window. This is why the Premier League is the best league in the world. Unpredictability. You can't sit there and tell me that, when Arsenal came to Anfield, and there were and Arsenal were the favourites that game, and there were a lot of Arsenal fans said they were going to get a result that game. A lot of fans said that if we win at Anfield, it's a big, massive statement and we're going to win the league. But, Anfield was a tough place to go. And I think, we got that draw. It was a great game from us. Obviously, we came back with a bit of fine spirit. And then onwards from that, I don't know. I think ever since that game, Arsenal's I think the mentality in the camp, especially in the team, I think it has sort of dipped a bit, especially in a title race. I think, take it from someone that knows what it's like to be in a title race with City every season. Being in a title race, it's all about momentum. Momentum's the main key thing in any title race. You can go 5, 8 games winning, unbeaten, but all it takes is one game, one result, one draw, one loss. One thing, and the momentum switches. That's why you can see with Arsenal at the moment, the momentum has switched. All the momentum was with them, but ever since that game, against us at Anfield, you can just see in the momentum in that Arsenal team, it has sort of dipped in Man City's favour. And this is why, for me, my personal opinion, I've said, without no disrespect, I've always said Man City will win the league purely because of this 2 reasons why. And I don't think anyone can argue with these reasons. Number one, Man City, they're the best team in England when it comes to, winning Premier League titles. Look at the amount of Premier League titles they won in the last 5 or 6 years. They got experienced players. They've got players in that team that know how to win a Premier League title against all, coming from behind. Look at how we've gone up against them in the last couple of seasons. That just shows you what they are. And with Arsenal, I'm not discrediting them. They've had a great season. Arteta has definitely transformed that team. They're playing amazing football, great football in the Premier League. But the one thing is, and this is a pure stat, and I think, Gunnar King can't argue this, Arsenal have got the youngest squad in the Premier League. They have. They got the youngest squad. They haven't got experienced players in that team. Not saying they don't, but they haven't got enough compared to City. Yeah, they got Jesus and Zinchenko, who know what it is to take the Premier League title, but you need more than that. You need more experienced heads. And I think in that sort of sense, I think that's what's gonna let them down at the end of the race.
That's why I said, Dex.
They
Remember,
don't
I
have
said
depth as well.
I said it from the start. I predicted City to go and win the league.
Yeah.
Remember, I got Chelsea wrong completely. I said second, but that was before the Potter, the Tuchel incident. But City have all the experience in the world, great youngsters, great. It's obvious. They're going to win it. They're going to win the league. Even if Arsenal beat us, I still think City will win the league.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got 2 games in hand, and all, Nick.
One.
They got one.
One game
in hand.
Yeah.
But listen, without no credit, Arsenal have had a very good season.
Oh,
Obviously, Gunnar King saying that, no one predicts Arsenal to be in a title race or whatever. But at the end of the day, when you're in that situation, you can't come back out of that situation and say, oh, yeah, well, if we come second, it still will be a great season because we were never predicted to be in that sort of situation. That would be like me when 2 seasons ago where we were like, what, 3rd or 4th? We were 12 points by City in December and we managed to go to the last game of the season and we finished a point behind.
It'd be like Tottenham.
No one said about
Tottenham when they finished second
at that point. But at the end of the day,
what I would say though, Dex, is if we were to compare the Arsenal now of the Liverpool 2 seasons ago, that Liverpool team was better. That Liverpool team had more experience. That Liverpool team probably had more depth and more quality in depth. And that Liverpool team had a better manager. Now, our manager, I'm going to remind you, was not even a manager 3 years ago. Yeah, it wasn't even a manager 3 years ago. I made a Twitter post earlier, and I put up the post of the very first lineup, that Arteta played. And if you look at that lineup, you would laugh. Socrates, players like Mustafi, like Lacazette, Aubameyang, like
and
just
who
not good.
was he with at the time?
If you look at what we've done this season, and you're saying that we can't turn around when we were in the position we were in to win the league and still not be able to say we've had a good season, I'm going to have to strongly disagree, bro, because it does matter that we weren't expected to even be there in the first place, and it does matter that we have exceeded everyone's expectations, even if they want to label us bottlers. Let me finish, please. Deals, let me land on this point, please. Deals. Let me finish, bro. Don't railroad me, bro.
Let Gunnar speak, man. Let Gunnar speak quickly, bro.
Yeah, Deals. Let you finish. Deals, come in after, please.
If you had said to me at the beginning of the season that this is where we would be, probably one of the more optimistic and positive Arsenal fans, I would have laughed at you. And if you had offered me this position at the beginning of the season, I would have taken it. Yeah. So how can we sit here and say that Arsenal haven't had a good season just because they fell a bit short, when by your own admission you said that this is probably the best team in England at the moment? I'm going to go one further and say it's probably on paper the best team in the world. It's probably got the best manager in. It's probably got the best manager in the world. Yeah, and they've probably got the best squad depth in the world. Yeah, and they've got the experience, like you said, in the last 5 years they've won 4 league titles. Yeah, they've got the experience of champions as well. Yeah, so for me, falling a bit short when we've got 11 players, we don't have 16 to 17 players. You know what I mean? When Saliba gets injured and you have to play Rob Holding because Tomiyasu also gets injured, guess what? When we played City the other day, there was 2 teams that was playing without one of their best centre backs. They were missing Ake, and they played a Kanji. We were missing Saliba, and we played Rob Holding. Let me ask you this, would Rob Holding even get on their bench? Ake would get in our first team. Yeah, that's what we're competing against. So to turn around and say, oh yeah, just because I'm not saying our expectations shouldn't have changed throughout the season. Of course, we should have expected that we should have won the league. The position we put ourselves in, we should have won the league. But it doesn't mean I'm going to turn around and say just because we didn't, we've had a poor season. I don't think that's very...
It's not a poor, Dan. Hold it down.
The last thing I'm going to say, the very last thing I'm going to say, the very last thing I'm going to say, the very last thing I'm going to say, listen, Daniel, let me finish. Daniel, let me finish. Let me answer your question. Yeah. First of all, Yeah. In terms of Rob Holding, he was there years ago. Yeah. What we're trying to do at the moment is rebuild the squad. What you can't do, because we're not like Chelsea, yeah, we can't go out and buy 16 or 17 players in 2 windows. And actually, Chelsea trying to change too much too quickly by bringing all the players in and just thinking we'll just put them all together like that. That's actually worked against you. So we are gradually changing the bits one by one. But what happened? Wait, Deals. Let me finish. No, Deals. Let me finish. Deals. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish, bro. Please stop interrupting me.
Yeah,
I beg, man.
Yeah, go, carry
So,
on.
what we are doing, yeah, is bit by bit rebuilding the bits and prioritizing the bits that needed rebuilding. Now, what happened was Tomiyasu and White got injured against Sporting Lisbon. We didn't expect both of them to get injured at the same time. What we probably thought is if Saliba gets injured, we can use Tomiyasu as a right back, move Ben White back into centre back. The unfortunate thing that happened was that both Tomiyasu and Saliba got injured at the same time, which was the only reason we had to use Rob Holding. Because if you notice, we weren't using Rob Holding before then. Yeah. So we know where we are, bro. Yeah. Like we know, yeah, that, like I said, yeah, Holding would not sit on City's bench. Ake would get in our first team. Yeah. And if Ake's got injured and Akanji had to be in our team, he'd probably start for us as well. And John Stones, he'd probably start for us as well. Laporte, he would probably start as well. And Diaz would definitely start. These are 5 centre-backs that would start for any team in the world. Yeah. Rob Holding doesn't even start for any other top 10 team. Yeah. So with the greatest respect, yeah, like Arsenal have done well this season, considering, yeah, that we are competing against a team that has 2 like first 11s that are capable of challenging for a title. Let's be real. Arsenal have 1. You know what I mean? We got to bear in mind as well, yeah, Gabriel Jesus was injured for 3 months. We were using the Ketia as our main striker and still stayed top for all that time, yeah? And then we brought Trossard in. And you want me to say that just because we've fallen a bit short behind this team that we've had a bad season?
No, it's not a bad
and
season.
The very last thing that I wanted to drop in, you've also got to factor where we've come from. 5th last season, 8th the season before that, 8th the season before that.
What?
That Liverpool that Dex was comparing to had already been at a competitive.
Hold on, let me just say, hold on.
The last thing, Nick. That Liverpool team. Wait. When he tried to bring in what Liverpool did last season and tried to say, oh, it would be like saying that they had a good season. The 2-3 seasons before that, Liverpool had been a competitive side. You know what I mean? They had competed in title races. They had gone to Champions League finals.
You know what?
You know
Let me just say, before you
we have not been a competitive side for over a decade.
Listen,
and you want me to say that just because we come second, we've had a bad season?
Hold on. Look, let me just say this. Next season is going to tell you if you had a good season this season, if that makes sense. Does it make sense to you? Next season will show. If you're going to be up there challenging again, then you can look back and go, yeah, brilliant. Last season, we had a great season. But unless you have a good season next year, and be up there challenging again, it's all for nothing. So, second, you don't get no trophies.
No.
Can I just say something? Can I just say something?
Yeah, sorry, let Dex answer, then JK.
So, I mean, I hear what Gunner's saying, but I'm going to have to kind of respond to what he says. Obviously, I hear what he's saying, but the fact of the matter is, the way I see it, the reason why I'm saying I think it would be a bad season if you ended up second, because at the end of the day, let's not cover the cracks here. Most of your fan base, not even half your fan base, most of your fan base 3, 5, 6 weeks ago, when you were like a load of points in front of City, majority of your fan base said that, oh, we're winning the league already.
They won the league already, yeah.
Yeah, and that was already in December. So at the end of the day, I can hear what you're saying. Like, you can be optimistic and say finishing second is, would be a good season. It can in some aspects, but you can't say that and turn around to me when
you can say
won
that
the league in December.
But
it's it's almost like there's a bit of contradiction.
It's almost like you know what we do as rivals. Yeah, we take the reactionary and the most out there opinions, yeah,
The most echoed opinions on
some of the
socials.
fans that are less modest, yeah, and that are more outrageous in their takes, and then we make that typical of the whole fan base, bro. And I watch people do that to Liverpool all the time. I watch people do that to Chelsea all the time. If I want to take Chelsea fans seriously, I don't listen. No, if I want to take Chelsea fans seriously, do I listen to Rory Jennings and then say every Chelsea
we
fan
don't
thinks
listen
like?
to that the little Waller. God.
That's what I'm trying to say. If I listen to him and I said just because he said that, every Chelsea fan thinks like him. Like this is what I mean.
Dan, hold on a minute. Look, everyone, hold on, everyone. Gunnar, I'll come back to you.
Can I just say
I
something?
want to say big up to Mirrors FC. Thanks for coming in the chat. Like everyone else who has. Yeah, let Dex respond to Gunnar. Then we go to Hassan. He hasn't had a word all day, and Cheryl as well. So please let them come in.
I just wanted to say something real quick.
And JK, sorry.
I'll try and wrap this up quickly because obviously I don't want to put those people's time.
Yeah, sorry, we have time. Time is no problem, but I want everyone to talk. Yeah, go on.
Gunnar, this is how I see it. Yeah, me and you. Yeah, we're quite level-headed people. We're sensible people. We're not arguing or anything. We're having a footballing debate, and you brought facts my way. I brought your facts your way. That's how I see it. I'm just trying to present you with a bit of a footballing debate, and not because obviously most of Arsenal fan base I don't like. I think most of them are very up themselves. You probably say the same about Liverpool, which is fair because I agree half of our fan base are a bit deluded and a bit stupid and get a bit overhyped. But I'm not one of those footballing fans. So, and listen, at the end of the day, I think that's my opinion. That's how I see it. You can agree or disagree with it.
100%, Dex. 100%.
But
bro.
at the end of the day, listen, I think Chelsea Gunnar is going to be a very hard game, and I'll tell you why it's a very hard game. When you look to the Southampton game, you can say I'm wrong. Arsenal were very poor that game. First half, very poor. They didn't get the ball moving enough. They weren't playing it quick. Very slow build up. Southampton and the defensively was very off. I think if Arsenal have that sort of same start up against Chelsea, I think Chelsea will end up punishing on those sort of mistakes, because when it comes to being a title race and the pressure is on certain players, it sometimes can lead to players having the off game, leading to mistakes. It's all about pressure. It's all pressure and momentum in a title race. That's how it all builds up till the end of the season. So yeah, I agree. I don't. Arsenal are definitely the favourites. They're going to go in there and put performances. But with the best thing about the Premier League is so unpredictable. Like, you can't say no one knew that Southampton were going to get a draw of the Emirates. No one knew that. No one thought that yesterday Tottenham were going to get a comeback late on the game, and we ended up going winning in the last 2 minutes. The Premier League is such the best league in the world. And
that's why it's the best, Dex. Yeah,
that's
because what I mean. Look, anyone can beat everyone. Everyone's got Leicester, Southampton. Look at them. Now Leicester and Everton is 2-2. They, whoever wins, if someone wins this game, is really big. Anyway, come to that after.
Look, can I quickly?
Nick, Well, I'm going to say to Dex quickly. Can I quickly just say to Dex, Jake, after? Right, 100% what you just said there, was spot on, Dex, because the thing with these Arsenal fans, they've been praising themselves up since day one, since January, they've won the league, and when they play Southampton, right, when they play Southampton, they said they're the favourites to beat Southampton at Emirates, and soon Lavia, one of their best DMs, went off the pitch, it all changed and they equalled it, made it 3-3. If he stayed on that pitch, man, it would have been a different game. You wouldn't have came back to 3-3. But the thing is, right, I know where Gunner's coming from, right? Gunner, he's probably one of these guys, knew that they weren't going to win the league, from 100%.
I didn't say that. I said we could. I said we're capable.
Gunner, I saw your
post up on Twitter Spaces. Remember, Gunner? Remember that? You was hyping up on Twitter.
Listen, Deals, I've always been very careful, if you lot are going to try and mug me off, allow it. No, wait. No, Deals, to be clear, Deals, to be very clear, what I've always said is that we are capable of winning this league. It doesn't mean we will necessarily go on to win the league. I've always said that, bro. But don't put words in my mouth, I beg, like.
Can I just finish my
It
words,
annoys
please?
me when people
Okay.
do that, yeah. And on top of that, yeah. Furthermore, well, I just want to say one thing, yeah. In the context of last season, a lot of people said because we didn't get top 4, we had a bad season. A lot of people said we bottled it, yeah. But what they didn't look at, yeah, is the significant improvement from the last season when we finished 8th to that season.
But you're
All
going
they looked
trophyless,
at,
mate.
wait,
You're going
all they
trophyless.
looked
It doesn't make
at,
sense,
wait,
man.
no, listen, please let me finish, yeah. All they
You've
looked
left
at,
the
yeah.
level. That's why you like you've
Listen,
gone.
bro, let me
If
finish,
you
man.
interact, it's not gonna
Let
go
me finish,
nowhere.
man.
Sure.
Yeah. So all I'm trying to say, yeah, all I'm trying to say is, yeah, everyone looked at it, yeah, as we bottled top 4, yeah. Now, what our players did in that situation is in pre-season they trained harder, yeah. They were angry. Tottenham got top 4, yeah. Tottenham got top 4. They got comfortable. They got complacent. Arsenal didn't, yeah. They missed out on something narrowly, and I firmly believe that they had to experience what they did last season. If they had got 4th last season, I'm not as convinced we would have been in this title race. Do you know what I mean? Because there would have been this air of comfortability here. I do feel that if we are to miss out on winning the title this season, it can have the same positive effect. You know what I mean? Where they have missed out on something, but they've learned. Now, Deck said, yeah, that obviously City have the experience of being in. Hang on, Nick. Sorry, let me finish, please. Yeah. Dexter said they've got the experience of being in that position, yeah, year on year, where they have kind of chased teams when they've been ahead and they've seen the job through as well. Like this experience, yeah, is going to be something that these young players are going to learn from. And in the summer, we're going to have Champions League football, which means we can attract Champions League players. We're not going to be going up to the players like Vlahovic and Locatelli and saying, and selling a project to them and saying, we intend to be in the Champions League at the end of this season if you come and help us with that. We're going to be saying, we got Champions League football right now. We got one of the best managers in the world, like not based on his overall career, but in terms of what he's doing right now, his form, what he's shown in this season. He has shown that on his current form, he is like one of the better up and coming managers. If we're talking about up and coming managers,
No way.
the
No
established
way.
ones, he definitely is. In that group, in terms of the up and coming managers, you've got your Klopps, you've got your Peps, you've got your Mourinhos, you've got your Ancelottis, you've got all these guys that have been there, done it. T-shirt,
He ain't better than Tuchel. He ain't better than Tuchel. No chance.
Let me finish, man.
way.
Let me bloody finish.
Let
For fuck's
everyone
sake, man.
finish, please.
It's really frustrating, man. Yeah. What I'm talking about, yeah, is the up and coming. Yeah, like the new managers, the new ones on the scene. Yeah, when you're looking at Arteta's, Ten Hag's, Xavi at Barcelona, like these mans that aren't established, like they're newer on the scene. Like Arteta is up there with those newcomers. Like he's like top of the tree. You get what I'm saying? So of course he's still learning. Of course he's still learning, bro. But look, he clearly is learning.
Somewhere else so far, you know, he's beaten the rod when you all wanted him out, you wanted him hanged, and he's proved you all wrong. But let's see what happens next year when every other club, the big clubs, are going to improve. It's going to be different.
Yeah, but Nick.
Yeah, wait, Dan, hold on, Dan, hold on.
Dan, man, we've been jogging this conversation for over an hour, man. Fuck's sakes, man.
Dan, hold on. I have to mute you if you carry on. Look, I want to go to Hassan and Cheryl and JK again because Cheryl and Hassan haven't had a word. Let's go to you, Hassan. You are first, and then Cheryl, please. Any questions you want to fire at Ghana? Go ahead. Anything you want to talk about?
Finally, I must say that I've been waiting for well over.
Sorry, it's hard. I know everyone.
I know it's hard. It's harder when you have. Let's be honest, bro. We have one of the most emotional fan bases, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Big up, I'm being brutally honest here for you. Be keeping it civil, not turning it into a dumpster fire in any sort of way, and having the patience. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There's nothing stopping him from laughing at us, doing a dumpster fire, watching us getting battered tomorrow and coming on next just to see how many of us disappear. We could run our mouths all I want, but let's be honest, lads, we're going to have to keep it a little bit humble for tonight and this week. But I'm going to be honest with you. I've got a lot of things to say, but I've probably forgotten half of it. and I was hoping to have a civil discussion, and
Yeah,
I was gonna have a civil discussion, ask
and we
a
are.
couple of questions and
We
stuff.
have all the time in the world, so just
Yeah,
don't
but
worry.
we don't have too long. We don't have all night because otherwise, the way this is going, it'll be 4 or 5 hours. But I'm
No,
gonna try.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to shorten a lot of the things I'm gonna say. All right. So before I go into the whole Arsenal and Chelsea heritage and stuff, let me go through the preview first. Let's be honest, we're getting battered tomorrow, and this is coming from me. If this was me a couple of years ago with a fresh young squad, decent manager under Thomas Tuchel, I'd expect us. Even though Arsenal are a bogey team, I expect us to beat them if we had a manager, Roman, Tuchel, stuff like that. But I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. There's a lot of things you could always talk about Chelsea this, Chelsea that, stuff like that, bro. But how can we talk about Chelsea this, Chelsea that when our own legend Didier Drogba turned around said he barely recognizes the club from top to bottom, bro? Half of the heritage that we've had at this club, starting from the top to the bottom, to the coaching staff, to the background staff, the heritage, let's be honest, is all gone. Bowley sacked them all, got rid of them all.
Who's this?
It's Hassan.
It's Hassan. It's me, the Chelsea fan, the realistic one. Yeah, I'm being realistic
You ain't no
here, right?
Chelsea fan, mate. You're an
No,
Arsenal
he is,
comedian.
Bobby.
What are you talking about?
Bro, I'm being objective. I'm being
You ain't
objective.
no Chelsea fan.
Bro.
You're an Arsenal comedian.
Bobby, are you gonna go to Didier Drogba and question him about the club that he barely recognizes?
You ain't no
ring him,
Chelsea
phone
fan.
him
Fly
up.
your colours, mate. You ain't Chelsea.
Yeah, but Hassan,
You ain't
I'm being
Chelsea.
objective.
This isn't the
All
Chelsea I know.
right, Bobby, tell me this, right?
Hassan.
No, wait, let me finish my point.
Let him finish, please. Let Hassan finish.
All right. Let me finish my point. Yeah, one by one, you can all refute it, including
let
Gunnar King,
everyone
right?
have a talk. You can come back in after when.
I will talk about the whole Chelsea heritage and stuff later, right? But right now, we're in a mess, and there's no. What can I do? Lie, sugarcoat it, bro. I literally, If it wasn't for Ramadan and stuff like that, bro, I would have put £200, £300 on Madrid battering us, bro, because I knew we were getting battered. And the thing is, though, from top to bottom, we've sucked everyone. There's no lie. Go ask Bodie, bro, who's left at the club. We had to go higher. And New Zealand, what's his name, bro? Rugby coach for winning mentality. Winning mentality should be a thing at Chelsea. Why are we hiring random
Hassan,
people?
you're forgetting something. Look, it's a new era for us. New ownership.
Yes, I know.
It's only 6 months in. How long? All right, a bit longer. It's got to take time. We haven't even
I know. But I was trying to.
I know you're saying. I was saying what you said. I went to Chelsea Brentford, and after the game, our friend was going. You can come to Arsenal. I'll have a ticket. I wanted to go to Arsenal, but I thought, what's the point? Season's done. Win, lose, draw. Our season is done. It's not like before. I'll give you an up with this season. We're not going nowhere or out the league. We have to wait now. Next year, we're going to come back, I'm sure, with the right manager. Yeah, go. Sorry.
Of course. This is a transitional year, but I was being realistic. I
know.
The whole reason why I'm this deflated, right? It's like what Gunnar King was saying was kind of accurate in terms of we do go based on statistical, like what we've done in our past, right? And that's what I was basing my Champions League run on.
Hassan, you know why that is, though?
I was
Let
me finish my point.
Yeah.
Because look, my I've got a lot of things to say in 5 minutes, right? And you can start refuting it, because if you try dissecting my points and challenging it, we're going to be here till the 3-hour mark, right? So I was trying to say, right, before this whole lose, the 17, 18 games we were getting battered, right? My whole thing was that these players were probably going to put their eggs in the basket in the Champions League run and stuff like that. Even without the manager, they'll probably do something like... There's that optimism in me, right, when it came to that sort of stuff, because Champions League, like we take that competition quite seriously. I think everyone agrees upon that. But after that, man, after everything I've seen, and these players just half of them don't care, half of them want out, and stuff like that. Like, and as I was saying right at the start, there's nothing stopping Gunnar King from keeping this civil and losing his patience and just laughing at us. Like, there's nothing, like, and this is why I give him respect, because he's out here giving decent points, trying to finish his off. And I'm gonna be honest, bro, a lot of you guys were being emotional at the point of him being, because he's Arsenal fan and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I believe that we'd have similar logic or similar reasonings to Gunnar King if this was Lampard and Chelsea in charge. And I think Gunnar King would agree upon our logic that this whole logic would flip if it was our club at the top and yours at the bottom. And I'm going to be honest with you, based on the preview, based on everything that's happening at the club, top to bottom, there's, objectively speaking, we are the underdogs. And Arsenal have always been our bogey team for the last 6 years. And based on stats and based on everything that's going on, I just don't know if we're going to pull off a win tomorrow. The best we'll probably do is a draw.
I have to come in there, Hassan.
Could you be
You're saying that Arsenal's been our bogey team. How?
Yes, for the last 6 years.
Explain,
statistically.
explain.
I mean, Gunnar King, you probably got the stats. How many times have we won you over the last 6 years?
I think it's been a bit even. No, it's been a bit even.
We've been the year before
Wait,
that. We smashed them 6-0 at their own ground.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, let me just say something.
I think in the last 6 or 7 games.
Let me talk, man. Let me talk.
I think in the last 6 or 7 games, you've only beaten us twice.
We've only beaten them once, yeah. And that was the only 2-1 time.
Yeah, Hassan, go ahead. Let Hassan finish. Then we go to Cheryl. Please, no more interruptions.
I was going to reiterate.
Yeah,
I was just going to reiterate.
Dan, please. Dan, I'm going to have to mute you if you carry on, please.
If you can't listen about something that is a subjective opinion about who's the biggest club in London, then there's no point having a civil conversation.
You're not a Chelsea fan, bro. You're saying
it's all right.
You're not a Chelsea fan, bro.
Oh God,
you're not a Chelsea fan, bro.
He's a Chelsea fan. I know. Deals. I've seen him at Stamford Bridge. He's a Chelsea fan as much as me or you. So
exactly. So lads, everyone, calm down.
Say his opinion.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Nick, put him on backstage for 5 minutes.
You couldn't even listen to a subjective conversation about the matter. He didn't say that London was blue or red. He said that you got emotional about the point I was raising about.
Hassan, go ahead. Let Hassan make his point.
All I was saying is you guys are getting mad over what other people think what colour is subjective. Like Milan's not going to turn around. AC's not going to turn around and say Inter are the biggest. It's vice versa. It's like we're not going to turn around and say the other club's better and this and that. But there's reasoning and logics behind that. But before I get to that, the history and head-to-heads and stuff like that, I was just gonna finish off my point about the preview. Whether you call me a real Chelsea fan or not, what's your parameters about it? Because we could go here all day, and I don't like this whole or you're not a Chelsea fan because you think objectively you should back your club based on this and that. But you're the same people that turn around and do objective matters into another club like Gunnar King.
I know.
One second. Let me finish my point.
You're a Chelsea fan, so you can't.
No. I'm not talking about you, Dan. I'm not talking about you, Dan. Right? Yeah. It's all right. I forgive you. I was just gonna say, right? You. In terms of logic and reasoning, you turn around and talk to Gunnar King about objectively failing, Arsenal bottling this and that. But then if I turn around and say, objectively speaking, we are the underdogs and talking about it objectively, you'd all throw a fit at me. I mean, like, tomorrow, can you guys see a result? I don't know. Like
football's football. We got to be watching the game.
Football, right? There's always that 1 out of 10. There's always that 1 out of 10 moment where that 1 out of 10 times that would probably beat them, right?
It depends.
It's football. It's unpredictable. A red card can change the game.
Let me just say this. Wait a minute. You understand? You know why they're saying you're not a Chelsea fan? Because Chelsea, you know, our DNA is to go and do the Mission Impossible. It's like an impossible mission tomorrow with Lampard, but we can do it because our name is
This
Chelsea.
season, we've been not living up to our DNA, though.
Forget
That's
that
the
the
thing.
season's finished, man. This is our final tomorrow. Big final.
Yep.
You know, this is a final.
Yep.
The players, you know, it's going to be pumped into them. This game is vital just to get the club back where it should be a little bit. We can go to see Man United after with some confidence. It's massive. We can't win nothing. We can't lose nothing. But as a fan, we you know, of course we want to win. Yeah.
Likewise,
Hold on. Yeah, sorry, Max. Hold on a second.
Likewise for us, this is the last.
This is
like we can't afford
Hassan. Our DNA is like that. That's why people like Bobby saying you're not a Chelsea fan. I know you're a Chelsea fan, but we have to be, you know, go there with optimism. Like
Can I just say this one thing?
The thing is for us,
Can I just say this one thing, please?
Go on,
please.
Bobby. Yeah.
Why I say that is that you're right. Our DNA. I don't want to go back into the old days. You know what I'm talking about, Nick, where we'll stand our ground. I don't want to go into that. There are enough scars in my body for testimony with that. But what I will go into is we do the impossible. We're not bothered about not being about being the underdog. I'll take you back to one night on the 19th of May, 2012, at the Allianz Arena in Germany, right in Bayern Munich's backyard. What we did to them, they'll never forget it. When we beat Man City in Portugal, 2021, May, they'll never forget it. We're Chelsea, we do this.
That's the thing
and
we're saying.
We have to believe. We're going there tomorrow with belief.
Okay.
And you'd be surprised. We're turning Arsenal over.
Sorry, let me respond to that. Let me respond to that very quickly. Very quickly, yeah. Because the thing is, I respect that you're saying it could be a cup final for you, for us, right?
For you, it's more vital.
For us, yeah. Like now, we can't afford any more slip ups because mathematically it's over. Yeah, it's not mathematically done that we can't win this league. City could lose and draw a game, and if we win all our games, and we win the league, that's the reality of it. Let me finish by me as well. Nick, very quick. In terms of impossible moments, yeah, right. Like you're not playing against a team that doesn't have any, man. Like, listen, you spoke about Thomas earlier. I was 6 years old. That was my first league title. Last kick of the game. We needed to win the goal. We needed to win the game by 2 clear goals. Yeah. Last kick of the game, we scored that. Yeah. League title wins at Old Trafford. Yeah. When we did a double, we scored in every single Premier League game that season. That's a record that's not been broken. That's impossible. Yeah. Well, it's been impossible for better managers since. Yeah. You can say Mourinho's better than Wenger. Well, why didn't he do it? Pep didn't do it. Guardiola hasn't done it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like all these other managers haven't done it. In terms of, hang on.
He broke our
man. This guy, man.
Please, man. Lads, we're gonna done. We're gonna be here all day, man.
Bro, and then they just railroad you. Yeah. But now I'm talking about the invincible season. Yeah. Again. Yeah. That's been impossible. No. You can say that there's been better managers than Wenger. No team's done that. Yeah. In terms of this season, yeah, like, okay, we were 3-1 down against Southampton, 88th minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes later, it's 3-3. Okay, we didn't win that game. It's only Southampton. You can say that. Yeah, but we've shown some fighting spirit this season. Bournemouth, we were 2-0 down. Yeah. You can say it's only Bournemouth. Yeah, we turned the game on the head. Last kick of the game. Yeah,
you've come back from games.
What I'm trying to say is, yeah, you're talking about this. You're talking about this DNA thing.
Yeah, this is us. But we're not talking about us.
You've got to also. What I'm trying to say,
look, Arsenal don't even know what we're talking about. Turning up at the Emirates, and we're going to turn you over. You better believe it.
Arsenal also, yeah, in their history, maybe not so much in their recent history, although I would argue we've turned that around this season with games that we've pulled back. and you know, I think we're the team that scored the most goals in the last 15 minutes of games, where we keep fighting until the end. Like we have this DNA of our own. Like, you can say, oh yeah, you bottle it in Europe and all this, that, and the other. Like, Arsenal is not the most decorated club in London because we don't have a winning culture in our DNA and our history as well, because we do.
Yeah, but this is what we're talking about is completely different. Bobby, Max, and me, we understand. Maybe Dan understands what we're trying to say. It's nothing to do with Arsenal. It's us. It's what we do with, you know, when everyone's written us off completely.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
We were doing that when people were written us off completely.
No,
before any club in London had. Let me respond. Let me respond quickly. Let me respond quickly. Yeah.
Quickly, please.
Before any club in London was defying odds, yeah, Arsenal was defying odds in London. Like I said, yeah, 2 league title wins at Stamford Bridge, 2 at White Hart Lane, yeah, 1 at Old Trafford, 1 at Anfield, yeah. Like, Arsenal have in their history, yeah, Arsenal have done impossible things, bro. Like, we have that
they
as well.
have, but
you get what I'm saying?
Much as we have. Look, you haven't done what we have to go to Bayern Munich in their stadium. Tell me who was, you know, who was any rival fan? They all said no chance.
That Liverpool team that we won a league title against hadn't been the dominant team of England for the 2 decades. Because Liverpool had dominated England for 2 decades when we won in '89. Yeah. All those league titles that we won against Alex Ferguson, yeah, that wasn't done against the Premier League's greatest ever manager. We weren't the first team to show. We weren't the first. Wait, Nick, let me finish, man. Nick, sorry, Nick. When we talk about Nick, sorry, yeah. When we talk about the great,
hold on. Let me say this.
I'm not going to come on anymore, bro. I'm done. This is going to be my last show, bro.
I'm trying to say something. Look, I haven't had a word all night. I'll let you talk. Look, no, I forgot what I was going to say. It's different. It's hard to understand because you're an Arsenal fan. So it's hard to make that point, what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, just belittle just because it's not Europe. So Man United didn't conquer Europe and Liverpool didn't conquer Europe. Yeah. And when we won that league title against that Liverpool team, yeah, they hadn't been the most dominant team for 2 decades in England and had also conquered Europe. Yeah. So Man United, when we competed against them, when they were the most dominant team in England and the most dominant team in the Premier League era, also didn't conquer Europe twice in that time.
Yeah.
But we took food off their plate. So that was impossible, no?
But we that was impossible, no?
All right. You understand what he's saying?
We were the first team in the Premier League era to show everyone that Man United could bleed. Everyone thought at that point. Dan, you're missing the point. Dan, you're missing the point. Please don't talk when I'm talking. You're missing the point, Dan. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, before we stopped Man United winning league titles, everyone thought it was impossible. They had won 4 out of 5 in the last 5. Yeah.
But we stopped Man United
winning titles. When you go back to that time, yeah, no one envisaged anyone stopping Man United winning league titles ever.
But no one envisaged
so we made something
that seemed impossible
possible.
Nobody thought that.
It's the same thing. It's big.
All
right, everyone, calm down. Let Hassan finish your point, and then we'll go to Shero.
Yeah, let's get on to Shero.
Dan, hold on, man. Please calm down, everyone.
This is what I was gonna say. Like, if you were to dissect my points point by point, I was gonna say we're gonna be here for 3 hours, bro. After dissecting one of my points and going back and forth, we just been arguing. So, anyways, I'm done with my preview. I'm done with all things. I genuinely believe I've listened to what you guys were saying, and again, I believe that both teams have done impossible moments. They shouldn't be belittled in any way, shape, or form, objectively speaking, because let's be honest.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're just saying.
I know. Like, but this is what I mean. Like, you're gonna say that because he's an Arsenal fan, you won't understand.
Yeah, but we didn't say. Did I say anything bad tonight on here?
No. But like, it's like you know what I mean. Like both teams have done their moments, and
Look, it's a cup
what I was
final
going to
for
say,
us. Yeah, go on.
yeah, yes, tomorrow's the cup final, we understand. And whoever wins tomorrow is going to be ultimate bragging rights and a laughing stock at all the team memes are going to
Whoever
happen.
wins tomorrow is the pride of London.
Yeah, that's what it is.
If Arsenal win, we still the London is blue though. Sorry, even
Yeah.
if you win, you can't change the colour of London. I'm joking.
Nick,
But
Nick.
London is blue. Always has been since I was born. I was born with blue blood, and that's why London is always blue.
Nick, we're gonna be here all night.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go to Cheryl. Sorry, he's been waiting ages. Then we go to the other
guys. Deals. Nick.
Yo, bro.
Dan.
Let's Cheryl. Sorry for the wait.
Hey, brothers.
Yo,
this
bro.
Is not the right time to argue,
my brother Cheryl. Go on, land it now. Land it, Cheryl.
Yeah, this is not the right time to argue.
Cheryl,
we all emotional, yeah. We all
Yes.
emotional, but this is not the right time, yeah. For me, all I'm going to say is I respect Arsenal this season, yeah. And if you downgrade
Bro, I don't
Arsenal
respect
this
them.
season,
I don't respect them. I never
Deals, you
will.
don't respect them, but you
Never
have to
will.
Let him talk, man. Deals, let him
That's
talk.
how I stand, bro. I
Yes.
will never respect the Ox, bro. Never. Ever.
let me
all right,
Yeah? Yes, they've been playing better than us, but I will never respect them, bro. Never.
Of course, you have to respect them. It's not that they beat us or something, but you have to give them respect. Like, you have to come into this match knowing that there are league contenders. Yeah, Arsenal have played good football, and I agree with Ghana. Yeah, that Arteta has been good. Yeah, I've agreed to most of his points. Like, he's made most of his points, though. London is always blue. Like, it's been blue for the past 2 decades. We all know that.
It's been blue since I was. Been blue since I was born back in '57.
Let him finish.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but
sorry,
this season, let me tell you guys, this season we awful. We have to accept that. Yeah, I understand that it's in our DNA. We can go to the Emirates and win the game, and I understand that we can do it. We are Chelsea. Yeah, but let's not forget that we have Lampard, man. We're not going to go with Gallagher, Kante, and Sterling as a front three, thinking that we're going to win.
You never know. You never know
Deals,
what the lineup's gonna be, my bro.
Please, let's
You never know what the lineup's gonna be, my bro.
Deals, I'll come back to you, please.
We're not gonna win there, man.
Let's Cheryl make his point.
Deals. I've said this before. This form we in is a relegation form. Trust me, Deals. If we bring Kante, Gallagher, and Sterling,
you put Kante in his natural position, you never know, mate.
Football, because
you never know, mate.
Arsenal play football this season, you'll understand that. Let's lower our hopes, man. Let's come into this game knowing that we're underdogs. That's how we're going to win.
And we are underdogs, yes.
Otherwise,
if Kante is back to his normal form, we do Arsenal tomorrow. I'm telling you this now.
You couldn't agree with Harrison, but I agree with Harrison. We're going into this game as underdogs. Yeah, everyone knows that. Arsenal are challenging for a title, man. You have to understand that. We all understand that we all emotional. Bruv, I'm emotional more than you, Deals. You know that. You know that very well. But you have to understand that we're playing Arsenal.
Yeah.
However much they're our rivals, they are league contenders, and we in an awful
form. We're coming to ruin their party, bro. We're coming to ruin their party tomorrow, bro.
It's
like
fine.
what we did to Tottenham that year when they left them on it.
It's fine. I was coming, Dan. It's fine.
I keep telling you, we ain't top.
We were 10th. We went into the Tottenham game. We conceded 2-0 halftime. We were underdogs. Yeah, nobody knew that Chelsea.
What did I say, Cheryl? What did I say on the preview? I said we're going to go to Tottenham and lose 2-0, and that's what we did.
I remember.
And that's the first time in my life I said it, because how bad we were under Potter. Now,
but
Frank,
we have to lower our expectations.
Yeah, but Frank, we know he's not a manager. Anything,
he
can do his opponents.
Let me tell you, Deals, you're going to be talking
it depends on the lineup, though, man. If we have Kante in his natural position and he's back running form, trust me, we're doing over Arsenal, bro. We're doing them over.
Deals.
It's not only about Kante being in his position. It's also about how the team
Bro.
You have to
You
see.
know,
You have,
Kante
you have,
at his
listen.
best, bro, would run out
No,
at that
Deals, you have,
Arsenal midfield, bro. Yeah,
bro, man.
That is
Deals,
not his
I
listen,
feel
best.
like a
listen,
lot of
listen,
this
man.
is emotional arguments here, man.
Yeah,
Man, you
let's
guys
shut.
are just emotional,
Cheryl,
man.
go
You're so
ahead, and then we go
emotional.
to JK. You want you to say something for a long time.
Yeah, you guys are
And then
so
we go to
emotional, and this is
yeah,
dangerous. Yeah,
yeah.
you guys are so emotional.
You have
You're
to
going to
calm
say
down,
words out
everyone,
here.
please. Yeah.
Ghana King would be like, I'm recording this stream, yeah, and he will banter you after the game. You won't say anything, man. Just be humble, man.
Yeah.
Let's get into this game
I'm
as
outside,
underdogs.
Shiro. You
Anything
know
that
I'm
comes
outside. I
out,
don't hide, bro. I'm outside.
deals,
Yeah,
deals,
you're telling
deals,
me that
deals.
I will hide. I will never
But you're
hide,
giving,
bro. I'm
but you're giving
outside, bro.
this Arsenal
24/7,
fans.
bro.
Listen. You're giving these Arsenal fans a talk for tomorrow if we lose the game, man. And this is dangerous, yeah, because they will banter you and you will hide. Just
I will hide. You're telling me I will hide. I will not hide. I'm outside, bro. I'm outside,
Oh,
bro.
come on.
Yeah.
Sarah, I know you, my brother, from Twitter for so long, yeah, and we talk facts. But come on, what you're gonna say? You're gonna say
No,
tomorrow?
Dan.
Hand them the
At
title,
this
then,
point,
yeah.
I don't
Let's
want
hand them the
someone to
title.
talk about Chelsea.
Listen,
We awful,
could
man.
any
Let's
of you
accept
say
that.
with chest? Could any of you say with chest that we're going to beat Arsenal tomorrow? Could any
Yes,
of you say
I
that
will
with
say it.
chest
We're gonna
out?
beat them
It's like
tomorrow
you're
at their
forgetting
ground.
what they are
What
2-1.
doing.
evidence?
We're
It's
gonna
On
beat
what
crazy.
them
evidence?
tomorrow. Yeah.
No, but
Yes,
what,
I
on
will
what
say it.
evidence?
Good
Deals
luck with
and
that,
Dan,
Dills.
man, you
Last 5
guys are
games
so
of the season.
emotional,
So
bro.
what evidence
Good
are
luck
we
with that,
got?
Dills.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
guys are
Can
so
I just say
listen,
emotional.
Good
something?
luck with that.
Yeah.
I'm one of the
Sure.
biggest
Bro, you better
fans
keep
of
your
Please,
football
defense
out
still,
there,
deals,
but I'm
ready, bro.
realistic
You
as
better keep
well.
your
Come
deals.
on,
defense
Dan.
All right,
ready.
look,
Stay up,
we're
mate.
gonna come, deals. We're gonna come to the prediction, so we can
Nick,
all say
I
what we
just
think
want
after JK talks. When Cheryl's finished, please let Cheryl make Cheryl anything else. Make your point,
show
then we
you
go
done.
to JK.
I just
Let
JK.
me finish. Let me finish.
Yeah, let you
Let me
finish
tell
and
you
then
guys, I
take over
love
JK.
Chelsea.
Yeah. Okay.
JK Deals. Dan, you know that I love Chelsea. We all love Chelsea. We
Yeah.
all emotional. Yeah, we all emotional, man. We all
Correct.
emotional. Some of us are
Correct.
hurt, man.
But this is a
This
derby.
season we all
This
had,
is a
man.
derby. Yeah. Correct.
We having a conversation, Deals. You have to state facts, man. This is a derby, we understand. But we're going into this derby as underdogs, man. You have to understand that it's simple. It's simple as that to stop all these arguments. If Ghana King says it's going to beat us up 5-0 or whatsoever it is, let it be. Let's wait for
Yeah, it's up
tomorrow.
to everyone's got their what they think. You know,
Yeah, everyone has their thinking,
everyone's
but we have to
entitled
understand
to
at this
predict what
point,
they want, and we
at
see
this
who
point,
gets it
we're
right tomorrow.
underdogs.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, at this
Yeah.
point, we're underdogs, right? If he comes out and says it's going to beat Chelsea, cool, take it in. You're going to beat us, yeah. Let's wait for tomorrow, because there is no way you're going to bring in all the history. We having a game and you're giving the Ghana guy like words to talk about. If he batter it, if like he hits up tomorrow, like he's been recording the space. He might record it or whatsoever. He'll be like, Dan, you said this, Dan, you did that. You're going to give him words to banter us. Like, it's going to make us awful. And at the same time, we're going to be playing relegation. Yeah, I understand we can totally beat Arsenal because we beat Bottenham, right?
Yeah.
We know that. But let's lower our expectations.
Yeah.
We're all emotional, man.
Yeah, let's talk facts.
These
everyone
are facts.
we
This is not
yeah.
history.
Now you're
These
talking
are
good.
facts.
Yes, yeah, it's
These
true.
are facts, man.
Yeah,
these are facts. Everyone knows that Arsenal have been better than us this season, though not for the past decade.
Well, even Southampton are bottom, and they've been better than us.
Today I was on Mikel Arteta's press conference. Yeah, Mikel Arteta came out and said everyone should be afraid of Chelsea next season.
Yeah, of course.
Chelsea are going to get 100 points. Ghana, did you watch that?
But they struggled against us at
That's the spirit, lad.
They struggled to beat us with a scrappy goal.
You know why Arteta spoke that way?
Yeah, Dan, I'll let you come in after, please. Let Cheryl, then JK go.
You see Arteta. Yeah, I've been seeing players like the players that made the interview, the conferences, and all that. Not any player that it's like they're like, you know what, Chelsea is a sure win tomorrow. Arteta knows that as well. He came out on the space, would have said Chelsea are shit this season. We're going to beat them up. Yeah, but he stated facts and was like, what?
Of course, he can't say anything else. He can't go, oh, Chelsea are rubbish. It's easy.
Exactly.
He's got to motivate Arsenal. And he's going to tell them, Chelsea.
What comes out tomorrow, I'll be glad, because at this point,
it's on the day. Look, if it can go both ways, like I said, we're going there to get our pride back a bit. They going there to try and win the league, which is going to be very hard for us. It's a massive game, both ways.
It's
but
a very
more,
big game.
more for Arsenal.
If we had the likes of Drogba, Terry
Yeah.
Lampard, and people like that, if we had that team,
That's a bit different.
even the likes
Max,
of Drogba,
even a new gaffer, like
no,
a good
no, no,
gaffer.
no. If we go further to Fabregas, Hazard, and Diego Costa, when we had warriors, we had fighters, then I'll say, yeah, anything can happen. But
Yeah, exactly.
this group of players haven't given me the confidence that they can do it when the chips are down.
No, but
Big up,
you don't know what
big
it
up,
means
Dex.
to play against Arsenal. They haven't given us evidence this season.
Dex is,
Nick, can I speak now?
Yeah. Let me just say what
Dex,
Dex
go on,
is saying. Hold on. Dex is saying, I think there's going to be a shock tomorrow. He's going for Chelsea, I know. Let's hope you're right, Dex. And I'll send you a red flower if that happens. But let's
I want Ghana to give. I've recorded Ghana the whole space, bro. If you banter this, if you bottle this, bro, get ready for Twitter. Ghana
he's coming back. Look, Ghana is not the type not to come.
No,
We're going to do
Gunnar doesn't hide, man.
reaction. When we do the reaction, Cheryl, after the game, we're going to do the reaction probably, Wednesday. And he's going to come. We win, they win. We're going to come, all of us back.
Nick, I just hope Lampard gets it right tomorrow.
See what happens.
You're not going to lose the game after before even the lineups, because Lampard always fucks up all this, man. He's been
I know.
horrible in Madrid.
That's what I'm thinking about. If he has to
if he
put
brings
what we're saying,
lineups,
he should put.
we finished. Ghana, I'm being honest with you. If Lampard brings his shit lineup, we finish.
But he must have learned his lesson. Wait, Cheryl. He's not going to put. He mustn't start Sterling for a start. Anyway, I'll come to that last. Let's go to JK. He's been waiting, and we.
Oh, finally.
JK, go ahead and take over for 2 minutes. I'll be back.
I'll do it. I'll take over for a bit.
Okay.
So as I was saying, I've been away for a bit, but I'll just say my piece now on the game. Do you know what I'm saying? I agree. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, we are the underdogs going into the game. Do you know what I'm saying? And do I think we're going to win? In my honest opinion, I really wish we do. And I will be good to rub in Gunnar King's face. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't see us going there and winning. I really, really don't. Do you hear what I'm saying? And this is nothing to get you happy about, but I really don't. This is just me being real. Do you know what I'm saying? We've been crap all season. It's even surprising to see that we've all now all of a sudden forgot how bad we've been. Do you know what I'm saying? We are looking behind us in the table. We're now even relying on the big six clubs to win games. And it's crazy. This should not be Chelsea at all. And we're going into this game with a manager that has no tactical know-how in the way he plays. And I know Arteta has been better this season. He's been good this season. Do you know what I'm saying? And well done for that. But at the same time, you're not going to stay there for long, in my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? And Chelsea, for example, going to the Emirates is going to be a big task. Do you know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, we need to be real here and know that this team, we don't have the quality. We have the quality, but we've not shown that we have the quality to beat teams like Arsenal, Man City, and all of them, Man United. Do you know what I'm saying? We've all said last year when we were playing Arsenal at the Bridge, this is in our DNA. Even I was saying it. I said we'll beat Arsenal 3-0 at Stamford Bridge. If whoever knows me, I said we'll beat. Exactly. I said we had the DNA. We can always beat Arsenal. These big games, Chelsea will turn up at the Bridge, big atmosphere and all. But then Arsenal came to our yard. Arsenal, they came to our yard, and we didn't even get past the halfway line. Do you know what I'm saying? And Daniel was talking about them scraping it. Respectfully, they didn't scrape it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if they had scraped the win, we would have been playing. We would have given.
And don't forget, bro, we lost.
Do you know what I'm saying?
To their worst lineup in 20 years,
I know
bro.
they had a scrappy goal, but at the end of the day, you can say he should have had more goals. Do you know what I'm saying? Going past us, they absolutely dominated this game. You know that game. Do you know what I'm saying? God knows what they're gonna do tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? The thing is, I just don't. I don't know if we had a different manager. Maybe we can say we would have done something at the MS. But looking at these games, I've even said it. I don't see where we're gonna win. We probably might even draw just 2 and lose the rest. I don't know.
Well, let me just remind
I
you,
don't.
we've only lost once at the Emirates this season.
Sorry, what? What you say?
We've only
you
lost
haven't
once at the Emirates this
exactly
season.
only lost once at the Emirates this season. So I don't know
The,
where
all
we
the
have
other
this
games we've
confidence.
lost have been away. We've
I'm
lost to
trying to
City
look
at
for the
home. That's it.
confidence. Yeah, I'm trying to look for this
We
confidence,
lost them.
thinking, wait, Gunner. I'm trying to look for this confidence, thinking we can go to your ends and do you up, which I wish we do. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm even dreaming of it right now as I sleep all the time. Us going to the Emirates and winning 3-0. That'll be so great. Destroying
But
your
yeah,
title hopes. I would
let
love
me
it.
you
let
know
me
Do you know
what's
what
just
I'm
gonna
saying?
remind you.
happen, right?
Let me just say
It
quickly.
doesn't make me less of a
So
fan, Gunner. It's not going to make me less of a fan to say that we've been crap this season. Do you know what I'm saying? And we all know this. I don't know why we're all acting as if we're this team big dog. Yes, we're a big club, but we have not been acting like it this season. We really haven't. We all know this. The amount of times we complain on the spaces all the time. Do you get what I'm saying? And Gunner King, and let me just address what Dex was saying earlier, because I didn't get to say my piece on that. What Dex was saying, and I have an opinion on it as well. Yes, you can say you had a good Premier League season, but it wasn't great. Do you know what I'm saying? As in, for example, I will say it like this: Liverpool, when they did bottle the league, there were so many times where I'm not saying you, but most of your fan base, even you sometimes, you bantered second place teams because second place is not a trophy. Man United as well, behind closed doors. And at the end of the day, you are going to get the banter as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I know, like, yes, it's a big improvement for what you've done. I really understand it. But at the end of the day, you still had a trophy this season. Second place is second place is still not a trophy. Do you know what I'm saying? So you are going to get bantered for finishing second in the league, just like every other team. Chelsea have been bantered for. Chelsea have been bantered for it. Welcome to the place where you are going to get bantered for not winning the trophy. That's what's just going to be. That's just what's going to happen in the Prem, especially when you have a trophy this season. Do you know what I'm
let me
saying?
respond. First of all,
So you can't expect no banter.
First of all, I don't like people can try and banter all they want, bro. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'll tell you what, yeah. Like I said, first of all, we've lost once at the Emirates all season. Yeah. And that was to Man City. The other, arguably the best team in the league at the moment. We've been the two best teams in the league this season, yeah. As far as every other London club has gone, we haven't lost to a single one. Not one.
Yeah, I understand. That's why I think we're underdogs. And I don't think we're going to win the game.
We drew to Brentford. We've beaten every other London team, home and away. Yeah.
You didn't beat
London derbies this season. Yeah, but we beat them in the other game. So we played them twice. Obviously, we drew away from home. We beat them at home. Yeah. So we've beaten every London team, bro. Even the ones we drew against, which was Brentford. We're the only team that's beaten them away. I think there's only two teams, us and Newcastle, that beat them in their stadium. So yeah, like we've beaten every London team, bro. And listen, I know a derby's a derby and form goes out the window and anything can happen. But when you factor that in as well, how little we've lost at home and how many London derbies we've turned up in this season, I only see it going one way. I'm not saying that because I want to laugh at you. I'm not saying that because I'm trying to big up my chest. I'm saying that because I've watched my team play the season.
Yeah, Gunner King, I understand.
And I've watched your team play the season. And like, this isn't the Chelsea of a few seasons ago. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Gunner King, I'm sure we all know that. We all know that.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we'll win 3, maybe 4-0.
And Gunner, do I blame you? Gunner King, do I blame you? No, because of how bad we've been. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're not winning
4-0.
Lads, all I'm gonna say, right?
Gunner King, my point is this.
You could beat 4-0. We don't concede 4 goals like
You're not winning 4-0. And the reason why I say
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think you win a lot. I don't think.
He literally said he could see. It's not definite.
You guys, calm down, please.
Let me land first.
Let
me land. I just want to.
No, but I'm not even finished my point, guys. Let me just finish, man. You can have your point. Do you know what I'm saying?
We've only conceded. We've conceded less goals this season than Arsenal have. We've conceded 35 goals all season.
Okay, can I finish? Can I finish my point, please?
I wasn't finished, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let JK.
It's going to be 1-0.
Okay, let
Gunner finish, please.
Wait, Hassan. Let JK finish, please. let's go
I
one
mean,
by one now.
I was speaking before him, bro.
All right, finish your
Yeah,
point.
go on, Gunnar.
So, so this is the thing, bro. You're saying, oh yeah, you've conceded the third least amount of goals. We've scored the second most amount of goals, right? Like we're scoring, you know, like even these games that we're drawing, you know, like even to go to the Etihad and score, like I think there's only one game we haven't scored it, and that was Newcastle when we drew 0-0.
When's the last time your striker scored a goal? Jesus, when's the last time he scored a goal for you, man, bro?
What, against West Ham? The game before the last one. Okay, next question.
Oh yeah, the guy who did the dirty cheat dive against Leeds and got a penalty.
Oh, come on, guys. We don't have
Point
to get
point
petty,
I'm saying,
man.
yeah,
All right, let me take it from here. Nick, let me
Let JK finish, man.
Yeah, you know what? Let me take it from
As I
here.
was saying, we are a free scoring team at the moment. And yeah, you might not have lost games by more than two goals or whatever all season. The Emirates Stadium this season, bro, it's different. It's built different, bro. It's a fortress. You know what I mean? There's Man United. Wait. There's Man United that I think have only lost one game at home. There's Arsenal and there's Liverpool. I think even City have lost more at home. Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to say. I just feel like you lot are really underestimating what coming to the Emirates Stadium this season is at the moment. It's a lot.
No, we know it's gonna be hard.
But what I can say to that, let me.
It's gonna be one-way traffic, bro.
No. What I can say to that is, listen, we are in the business end of the season, at the business end of the season, okay? And listen, Manchester City went to Fulham yesterday, and it was hard. It was hard for them. They just got away. It was 2-1. It was a tight game. And then and we've been here before. Chelsea have been here before. Like when it comes close, when you can smell the title, it's not about how good your form is. Then it's all about character. It's about nerves. It's about how you respond. If you score early tomorrow, then I can say, yeah, maybe you maybe get 2 or 3. But if we are 30, 40 minutes in, the crowd are starting to get restless, and you know how it goes at Highbury, at the Emirates. It's nodding your head. No, but we've been there. We've been there in the last few seasons. We know what it's like. And it's
if you want me to say how that goes, like I said, like we are like this season.
Let me just finish my point.
If you ask me how it goes, yeah. So I'll tell you that this season, no team has scored more goals in the last 15 minutes than I think us.
Yeah.
Okay. So this whole like, minutes go by.
Oh my god!
He literally said in the last 15, not overall, man.
All right,
Man City scored
trying to make yourself feel better
overall this season than Arsenal.
Not overall last 15 minutes.
All right.
Can I just finish?
Yeah, because we're moving into 3 hour time, so let's.
I'm just gonna wrap up my point. Do you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead,
I'm not dismissing that you've had a good home record. I'm just saying, in general, I know, and plus we all know our team has not been good. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't really think we can get a battering. I do think you won't. I don't think you'll win by lots if you were to. Do you know what I'm saying? If that's just my opinion. But like for me, it's like for me, it's like this. You know where our club is at. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're the underdogs going into it. Am I confident we can get a win? For me, I would love to, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that confident. You know what I'm saying? I really
they're
wish.
Scared, mate. The next thing they're gonna do is start paying off the refs and things like they usually do.
Lads.
Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. But okay, you know what?
Nick, big up Bobby, big up Dan, big up.
Deals, you go. Deals, what's your score? Wait, Deals, give us your prediction. What's your
big up Hassan. Yeah, and big up Gunner King.
Yeah, big up.
2-0 Chelsea. We're gonna win. We're gonna win 2-0.
Let's hope you're right.
We're winning 2-1. 2-1.
Yeah, big up Deals.
Yeah. Okay, Deals. 2-1 to Deal for
Nick,
Deals.
can I finish?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So my point is this. You know what? I would like to think. I think we can get. We might get a result, but for me, I don't really think. Like, this is just my opinion. You can call me if I don't want. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I'm a realist. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna change that. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't really think we're gonna go and win there. You know what I'm saying? Because of the form we've been and the way we're playing. And if we turn up the way we do, like we have with other games and play for vibes, Arsenal, they're not gonna allow us to do that. You know what I'm saying? People can go on and say we played well against Madrid and all. We really did play against Madrid. But at the end of the day, we still lost because we lacked quality. You know what I'm saying? We did lack quality in the game. Yes, we have quality players, but why have they not shown their quality this season? Because we haven't got a good manager. You know what I'm saying? And it's so hard to go into these games confident if you don't have a manager of an IQ of the level of football. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's this, but like Gunnar King, what I was trying to say is this here, like about the bantering and everything. At the end of the day, if you don't win this league, you will get bantered. You know what I'm saying? Just like Tottenham did when they lost out of the league. You know what I'm saying?
they
Just like
will.
Liverpool did
At
when
the
they
end of
did.
the day,
Exactly.
whether we win the league or not, the banter's going to be worse for you.
No, it's not
And you know
because we're already done.
Because
We're
you're a bottle
finished.
job,
Yeah,
that's it.
but you're still
Get
gonna
one
get
dropping
bantered.
off
trophy,
the
mate.
bottom half of the table
No
after spending
trophy.
Ghana,
600
it
million.
doesn't matter.
One
Look,
Yeah, it
season
won't be
glory.
that
That
for
was
long.
more
It
like
won't
One
be there for
season
long.
glory. We've done better than you for the last couple of years, mate. And you're talking to us.
Dan,
So
yeah,
come
look,
No,
come
but
come
look,
from
wait,
Wiscom.
look,
You've
you're
done
12.
fuck all for the
yeah,
last 19
what?
years, mate. You
You're
can't
All
do
right,
12.
what shit was.
The
And
last
because one
19
season
years
we're doing
doesn't change
shit,
your
you're
current league
better than us.
position.
You're above
You're
the
anyway,
12.
15,
Dan, all right,
mate.
let's go. Let's
12.
go
They go
to.
The
Merton,
pride of
Arteta.
London and only
Yes,
West
mate. You
Ham
can't
is
talk
the
box,
only
man.
other London club
You're
below
part
you.
of the C,
The
mate.
last
You don't
19
win the
years and
Premier League,
all
yeah,
your
you're bad.
Champions League
8
don't change
points
that,
All
brother.
right,
clear.
come on,
8
chaps.
points clear. You
All
done
right,
no,
fuck
but
let's
your
all.
the
go.
banter would be more at
Bombs, mate.
Well,
Arsenal, though,
What
wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
about
It will
European
be.
Cups? Because you're
the
shit.
well,
banter.
The banter will be in Arsenal more as
Yeah,
well.
if
Well,
Like,
we beat
I mean,
Arsenal,
it will.
at the
look,
end of
No,
the
it will
day,
be more
our
banter at
position's been
Arsenal
bad,
because all
but
the fans
you
will
yeah,
be
I
still
was
thinking
go
they've
just
won the
saying,
league
trophy
in
list. You have
it's
December
not
pain
before
bad.
going up.
Christmas.
And it's
Yeah.
not bad. It's
They'll
Lads,
relegation.
win the
lads,
league.
calm
They'll win the
down,
Realistic
league.
calm down.
competition.
Let's do
Because they're
Hired and
predictions.
fired
different
3 managers.
Let's
yeah,
do predictions, man. Save this
yeah,
for Twitter.
please, yeah, let's go
There
to
was.
Bobby and then Max. Let's go in order so everyone can have. I don't want no interruptions now.
Yeah.
Bobby, Max, JK, Dan, Ghana,
Look,
Hassan.
look.
In
Yeah,
that
Have
Nick, I
we
need
order.
to
played
go.
badly
Nick, I
this
need
Yeah.
to go
All right.
season?
now.
So you go first then,
Have,
JK.
have we
Yeah, I
played
need to go.
badly
So let
this
me just go
season?
first.
Yeah,
Have,
go on.
have we
All right,
played
go.
badly this season? Absolutely. Have Arsenal played well this season? Absolutely. Have they got this record, that record, whatever record at the Emirates? Yeah. But football, the beauty of football is that you're only as good as your next game. And
Exactly.
Arsenal, first of all, as a Chelsea fan, there's absolutely nothing about Arsenal I can think of that I like. Absolutely nothing. And the players will feel that from the fans. Chelsea do this. We go where angels fear to tread. We walk into places where
True.
everybody expects us to be slaughtered. And that's when we rise up. I'm telling you, tomorrow, pack the midfield, make sure that you keep the wings blocked, and we're turning these geezers over in their own backyard. I promise you.
Yeah,
Arsenal,
great
be
words, Bobby.
afraid. I know you're
Hey,
scared.
Bobby, don't
From
jinx
the
it,
way
you
you're
know.
talking,
Yeah,
I know
no,
you're
yeah, it's all
scared
right.
already.
Everyone
They're
has
going to
a,
And
start
so
has
you
a
crying
should
say.
all.
be.
Yeah,
Quiet.
all right. Bobby, what's
Bobby,
your
don't jinx it, man.
Bobby doesn't do predictions.
Man said I'm
I don't
scared.
do
VAR
But
help.
predictions, but we're
VAR
turning them
help us.
over for sure.
VAR help us. There should be a penny or there
Dan,
should be a
Dan,
card.
please. I'll come to you. Let's go in order, please.
Can I?
Bobby,
I'm
yeah,
gonna have to go.
JK,
Can I
you
please
go
go
next
first?
because
Because I
go
need
on.
to do some work.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
yeah, so like what's it called? For my lineup, this is what I want. I know this Lampard will play Kante and Gallagher on the wing. So
Yeah,
this is what I want. Kepa in goal. I want Thiago Silva. Is he back? Is Thiago Silva back?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Okay. Thiago Silva, Badiashile, and Koulibaly. No,
no
Fafana.
Koulibaly's
Fafana.
Koulibaly's
Koulibaly's
out.
No,
out.
Koulibaly's injured.
Fafana. Okay,
Fofana.
Fafana. Is
Yeah.
Wesley Fafana?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fafana, Thiago Silva, and Badiashile. And I know that's what you probably be a back three. And
Yeah.
on the wing back, I'll have Chilwell. Although he's not been that great last two games, but I'll have him because he's actually a very good left back. Midfield Enzo and Kante.
What
On
about
the
the
right
right,
wing,
right,
on the
right,
right
right,
back,
right wing back?
right wing back, I have Loftus Cheek.
Yeah.
Just to put that energy in attack. You know what I'm
Trevor
saying?
Chalobah.
Um,
Chalobah.
Dan, let you
Chalobah
finish,
wing
please.
back, no, that can't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Loftus
Go
Cheek is
ahead.
more Loftus Cheek because he's had a lot going forward when playing in that right wing spot. You know what I'm saying? On the front three will be Mudryk, Aubameyang up top, just so he can do something. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
he's gonna King's eyes. But yeah, but like
Havertz is in contention.
Aubameyang. So Aubameyang. So just in case we do win, it is nothing personal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
what, JK? I think
and
it's
I'm not.
yeah.
Wait,
Go
Nick,
on.
let me finish. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
go on.
Mudryk on the left, Aubameyang up top, just so he makes sure nothing is personal. You know what I'm saying? And on the
Yeah.
right, João Felix, and then
That's
yeah,
what
that's
I
what I
have that
wish.
similar.
But
What's your
my
scoreline?
prediction,
Yeah.
my heart
I'm writing it
says
all down so everyone says here.
Nick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my prediction, my heart is 1-0 Chelsea, but reality probably 2-0 Arsenal. That's what I have to say.
So you had 2-0
I
Arsenal.
hate to predict it, 2-0
Yeah,
Arsenal.
but you have to say what you think. I said Tottenham to lose 2-0. We did. So at least I got the prediction right. But,
I said 1-0 Chelsea against Brentford. I said Chelsea to smash Brentford, and look what they did.
We all said 1-0. We remember we all said 1-0 and we lost. Yeah. Anyway, so 2-0 for you. Bobby doesn't make predictions, but he's getting Chelsea win, of course. How are you, Bobby? Bobby, Chelsea win, yes? I think he's muted himself. Yeah, anyway, let's go to Max.
Yeah, me next one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What, you want my team as well?
Yeah, you want your lineup. I hope Frank Lampard is watching us so he can pick the right team for once. Go on. Yeah, go on.
Kepa in goal. Right wing back, Loftus Cheek. Left wing back is Chilwell. Then I'll have Badiashile left side, Thiago Silva middle, and Fofana right side with defensive three. I'll pack the midfield, so we're going to have Kova, Kante, and Enzo in the middle. And the two out for me are going to be Mudryk, and I'm going to stick Aubameyang up there because an Aubameyang winner against Arsenal, that'd be brilliant. That'd be perfect.
I hope to God you play that bomb, bro.
Sorry, Max. Sorry, Max. 1 second. Mirrors FC. We're nearly done. We're over the time limit, actually. I don't know. Just give us your prediction, your lineup on the chat. You can next time I'll send you the link so you can come on for the reaction show because we're going to finish. In a minute. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to put my head on, not my heart on, and I'm going to say a 1-0 Arsenal win. Unfortunately,
you get Arsenal as well. Got a few Arsenal here. Max,
I'm putting my head before my heart.
Yeah, but you have
I want it to be a 2 or 3-0. But
yeah, I know, but what you think is going to happen?
We haven't seen nothing. Yeah, 1-0 Arsenal. We don't score goals. We haven't scored goals.
That's the problem. Yeah,
and the Arsenal ain't going to thrash us. It's going to be tight. It's going to be nervy for them. But they'll get away with
1-0 to you. Okay. Hassan, let's go to you.
I really don't want to make a lineup for this, but I'll just skip straight to because you're running out of time and stuff. I'll probably skip to the predictions.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Because obviously I've been criticized for saying it's nothing positive, but as a positive result for us anyway tomorrow, I want it to be a 1-1. Because I believe that's probably the best result for us, unless a red card probably changes the game for us. But other than that, I genuinely don't think we'll probably going to win tomorrow. I think we'll probably come to or probably just put in terms of positivity, try to put a nail in the coffin for the hopes of the title, right? But realistically speaking, they're going to go goal up in probably the first 10-20 minutes, and they're going to do what they usually do, make us open up and hit us on the break, and they're going to hit us hard on the break. And I genuinely believe it's probably going to be two, maybe three. I think it's damage control tomorrow.
So what are you going for? What's your final scoreline?
I'm not going to be too pessimistic, but I'm probably going to say 2-0 Arsenal.
To have more Arsenal
it's
wins.
It's just going to be damage control
so
tomorrow
far.
For us.
I have deals. Only deals is gone with Chelsea so far. Bobby Chelsea.
I've gone with Chelsea.
Oh yeah, I know. But you don't want to put a prediction.
No, I don't do scores.
I know.
Never
That's
have
what I
done.
said. I put you Chelsea, of course. We have 2 Chelsea, 3 Arsenal so far. All right, let's go to Dan. Dan.
I'm thinking this is the best way to beat Arsenal, yeah, and it's the lineup, right? But I'm going to show you the formation what Lampard should play, and it should have it should be a 3, right? A 3-4-3, but instead of having the 3 up front, have a spare player like Joe Felix behind Aubameyang and Modric. So there's 2 paces up front where Joe Felix could create that chance for Aubameyang and Modric, because it'd be easy to fucking do Arsenal's defence like they're shambles this season. They've been shit shambles this season. They haven't been the best centre man. They're saying that Ben White's been the best right back than Reece James this season, and it's totally bullshit. Right, and then they're all making excuses about Holding because they'll celebrate that we have Holding at the back who can't defend. It's still your player, no matter what. So the thing is, I'll go Balashili, Thiago Silva, Wesley Fofana. I want to see Mendy's in goal because he can save long shots. Well, I don't want Kepa in goal because he can't save long shots.
So you're gonna put Mendy if you could have,
because Mendy will stop these little Saka because he's a fraud. He hasn't done nothing for the last 3 games. He's crap, right? Obgar's done nothing in the game. He's been used to it. Trossard, 38 million who they spent. If only scored 2 goals, I haven't seen him on the pitch since Brighton. So then I'll go with Ben Chilwell, right, left wing back. Then I'll go with it has to be Rubus Loftus-Cheek, bum cheek, right?
Yeah.
Then it'll be Enzo and Kante in between the middle, right?
Facts, my bro, Dan. Facts, bro.
Yeah. Right? Hold on. Sure, I'll come to you in a minute.
Joe Felix behind like a number 10, right? Where you've got Aubameyang and pace of Modric or Sterling in the both striker faults. So where they fit, but
you're going Sterling, Aubameyang up top.
No, Modric, because I've seen Modric play up front and he was good up front against Leicester. So Modric and Aubameyang.
Yeah, good lineup. So what's your scoreline?
Hopefully him deep down because we owned Arsenal's our training ground, and when he comes out Emirates, bullshit like comes out of it. They got a lucky. There was shit against us when we had loads of injuries. At Stamford Bridge, done fuck all in the game apart from that scrappy goal. And then Mark Walker started drinking 20 minutes of the game, so they stopped drinking it. Talking there, and soon they get
stop making me laugh, please.
Goal. They soon get a goal. They're nothing compared to us, man. They haven't done nothing.
Yeah, what's your scoreline, please?
So I'll say it would be even though we have to struggle, and if Aubameyang looks fresh against the last game, I reckon he will score against Arsenal. So I'll say it'll be a 1-0 Chelsea.
That'd be great if it happens. 1-0 to you. New one. Yeah, I'm going to leave you, Gunnar, last because you're the last. Because you're the Arsenal one here. I'll go to Cheryl and Cheryl, your lineup and your prediction, please.
Lineup. I'll go with a back 3. I'll go with Thiago Silva, Badiashile, and Fofana, Kepa in goal. Then Ruben, right wing back.
Yeah.
I'll go with Ben Chilwell, left wing back. Enzo Fernandez and Kante in the pivot. And I'll go with João Felix, Modric, and Aubameyang in the attack.
Okay, so no one's giving Havertz any hope of coming back. He's in the squad. He's in the squad. No, he's ready to go.
I thought he was injured.
So no, he's okay.
He's in the squad,
he's in the squad, probably be sub, probably more like. Yeah, go on. Sorry. Yeah, Cheryl.
Yeah, the prediction, I think it will be 2-1. Mikhailo Modric will score the winner in the 89th.
The low optimism.
Sorry?
Yeah.
What's that, Hassan?
I said I love the optimism from all of you, man.
Yeah,
Big ups, man.
you have to be. You can't, you have to be.
This
Everyone,
is Chelsea. I
thinks
can't say we're
everyone,
losing to Arsenal.
has a feeling what he's going to be.
However
No,
much.
I'm just praising it. That's all I'm
Yeah,
doing.
of course. Yeah.
But all
so,
I'm saying is Modric has to drop that masterclass at the Emirates tomorrow.
I hope so. Yeah,
you wait
God.
for it, man. Wait for it.
Yeah, I hope he can show up
That's
tomorrow.
if Lampard doesn't bottle it, because Lampard, man,
Yeah, if he
he's been
starts it,
shocking.
yeah. I think he will start. He learned his lesson against Brentford. You see, he brought them all on. Aubameyang, Mudryk.
Yeah, Aubameyang played very well. That's why I'm giving him a go in the lineup. And Madueke has to come in as a substitution as well.
Yeah.
100% Sherro, Madueke, because what if he gets in one, mate? He scored fun against.
Yeah.
When PSV was in a losing streak, yeah. When Arsenal went to PSV, yeah, there should at least been 7-0 up PSV, and he turfed them up big time. So he should start the game, man. He would score goals.
Okay. So all right, Sherro is going 2-1 to Chelsea.
Modric scoring the winner. Don't forget that.
I'll put that. I'm going to write it down. You put Mudryk down. I know you put Aubameyang. I'm going to write that down as well. Aubameyang 1-0 to Chelsea. Yeah, so we see who gets, if anyone gets anything right. Yeah. Sorry, Hassan. What?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, all right. Okay. Last but not least, Ghana. Give us your Arsenal lineup and your prediction.
I'll go with Ramsdale in goal, Holding and Gabriel at the back, Ben White as the right back, Zinchenko as the left back, Partey, Odegaard.
I'm glad you should Zinchenko. God, I'm glad he's playing. He's he's the one who can make us win.
Can't defend, and he starts crying like a little baby.
Yeah.
Notice how they
let him
finish.
They always got a full squad.
Let him finish.
Yeah, sorry, Gavin. Carry on.
Odegaard in midfield, Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, and I would start Gabriel Jesus up top.
Yeah.
If we don't win by at least 3 goals tomorrow, I'll be disappointed, even if we win.
So, what's your scoreline, though? That's what I want to know.
4-0.
4-0 Arsenal. 4-0 Arsenal.
Guy's dreaming.
Okay. No, he's not Dan. He's not dreaming.
It's just a prediction, man.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. If we were in Arsenal's position,
why didn't you include Trossard in your lineup? Because I believe he's been good enough.
Lads, you gotta remember about a couple of years ago, we were in Arsenal's position where we'd only take like 1 or 2 players.
No,
I think good looking right now would only take 1 or 2 players off us.
Why didn't you include Trossard? Because I believe he's been a good player for you.
No.
Do you guys hate him or something?
No, we don't hate him. We don't hate him at all.
So
the reason why I wouldn't start Trossard in this game is because Jesus is pressing from up the top, and his link up with
Taylor as
when Jesus plays, Martinelli plays better for the most part.
Yeah.
So,
Taylor as well. Can I ask you a quick question? Do you want any more players to retire from your club, like any other Chelsea players, like Jorginho?
To be honest, I don't know why you're laughing, bro. Because you bought Mudryk. Trossard's got a goal. Trossard's got a goal. Wait, Trossard's got a goal and 9 assists. Your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many experiences Trossard played in the Premier League? And how many experiences Modric has?
So who's been better?
This is what I hate about Arsenal fans.
So who's been better?
Trossard has more experience
anyway,
than what Modric has, and he's just came
who's been better?
Please, we have to
answer the question, bro. Who's been better?
All right.
Who looks like the £100 million player, bro?
Yeah, chaps, please, we're gone over the time.
Simple thing.
2 goals, that's it.
Dan, hold on. So we got everyone's score.
Ain't no way he's telling me Mudryk looks like more of a £100 million player than Trossard right now.
He will become.
No, but Mudryk is not 100 million.
Not right now, though.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Right now he's
20.
He hasn't played.
2 million, bro.
But this guy hasn't been played so much, so you can't talk about it.
Please, let's
write
that,
him.
please.
He was next Neymar.
Yeah. Anyway, right. Ghana's gone 4-0, and for me, it's very hard this game. I think if he gets a lineup right, like the ones we've mentioned, I'll tell you what I think is more or less like yours, all of you. Kepa, Fofana, Silva, Badiashile, Ruben, Chilwell. And for me, it has to be Enzo Canty, Mudryk, and I'm going for Medvedki. Yeah, on the other way, not Sterling. I don't want to see Sterling in a Chelsea shirt actually again. He's absolute rubbish. And
I want to see Arsenal
Aubameyang.
get some injuries for a change.
Yeah, yeah, and Aubameyang, I
And
think
stop
has to
buying the
start.
ref.
Yeah, so I'm going. It's hard, but I'm going
Yeah,
to
I
go.
won't be wishing any injury on any Chelsea players, bro.
Let me,
No,
Not from
Nick.
Arsenal.
yeah, let me hold on. I'm going. It's gonna be a tight game. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Chelsea, like my friend Deals said. 2-1. My heart says it's gonna be hard, but we have to win. We have to stop these Arsenal winning anything. You know, it's gonna be. We can do it, and we're gonna have all the Tottenham fans
Nick,
praising
can I
us.
tell you the weakness they're having?
Yeah,
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 they're
go
having
on.
a weakness in holding. Yeah, that Rob Holding guy. I doubt if he'll be able to stop Mikhailo Mudryk with his pace. And
It
Arsenal
depends.
play
Yeah,
a
that's
high
if he
line.
starts him. That's
Yeah,
the
they
thing.
play a high line. Yeah, and Mudryk,
Yeah.
I think, will be of use. I think
Oh, yeah.
Holding will be that path for us to
And
get some goals.
Shevchenko, he's another one. He can't defend really. Anyway, let's see what happens.
Quite like a little baby.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for all of you who come on. It was a good show. Thanks for Ghana to come on and
Big up
especially to come
Ghana. I'll
on.
hit you
Yeah,
up
big
tomorrow.
up
Wait.
Ghana, man. Big
Yeah,
up
big
Ghana,
up
After the
Ghana.
game, bro.
To come with all
You
us
know what,
Chelsea
brave man?
fans.
I say big up Ghana.
Yeah, good comments you
I'm
made.
definitely not afraid, bro. Just be
No,
excited for tomorrow. Yeah?
I want you
Ghana,
here. I want you
just to let you know,
here.
it's all lovely, it's all banter,
Yeah,
mate.
Dan,
Alright,
hold
don't
on.
take heart so serious.
No, he
man. It's all
doesn't
good
take
love.
heart. We're all fans here, but
But big
we
up
have
to you,
to,
man. I hope you have a lovely week. And
it's banter. That's what we do, all of us. But there's no better thing than bantering Tottenham, Tottenham Hotspur, because they deserve it. Anyway, look.
Can I quickly
The one thing
say
we'll
one
agree on,
thing,
bro.
Nick?
Yeah.
Can I say one thing? We might all be
I got to say
players,
big up
and
Ghana.
Arsenal
You
fans,
walked right into Bandit country and you didn't flinch once. Well done, son.
Yeah, very, very good show, really. So I want to see you back on the reaction. Chelsea win, Arsenal win, whatever happens.
After the game, Ghana, come back after the game.
Yeah, we're gonna do the reaction show, Cheryl, like we always do, and we'll see if anyone got anything right as well. Yeah, I've got it all written down here. So yeah,
It's got a YouTube channel, Nick.
who?
Does he have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, yeah.
I do.
I don't know.
Subscribe to you. Is that what it says? Ghana King, yeah.
No, the Armory TV. The Armory.
Oh yeah.
The Armory TV.
Sorry,
I'll
you can
subscribe to you,
let
my
him.
brother.
Tell us your.
Ghana, you send me the link on Twitter, bro.
Subscribe to it now.
Ghana, you
Come
send me a link on
subscribe
Twitter,
to me and
bro.
all, man. But big ups to you, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting me on up the Charles and Ghana. Thanks for letting.
Yeah, let me mention Dan Chelsea Dan TV's Chelsea Dan. Go and watch his channel as well. He's very good. I haven't been there, Dan, because I've been busy with other things.
That's right, Nick, man. Yeah, the Chelsea Dan Ghana.
Yeah.
It's
So,
the Chelsea Dan. My
Chelsea
name is
Dan, and we have Ghana's channel. You can mention both of you to people so they know. Yeah.
Yeah, the Armory
big up,
TV.
big up,
And
give
then,
up.
yeah, I'm Gunner King 14 on Twitter and TikTok as well.
Yeah, Twitter we know. We see you every day.
I'll add you on TikTok, Ghana. I'll add you on TikTok.
Yeah. It's all banter, but it's good fun.
Whatever happens tomorrow happens. We Chelsea, yeah. Ghana,
Yes.
whatever happens tomorrow happens, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big game.
And you know what? Have your time, guys. And all I'm saying is have your time because next season we'll be back.
Listen, and I was gonna say one last thing before you cut it off. If you
go
gave
ahead.
smoke, bro, whatever happens, you gotta take the smoke. It's as simple as that. There's no point giving it if you're gonna hide.
Yeah,
I know the game, man. You know what I mean? Like, I've been, I'll be here no matter what, bro.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good.
I'll be here, man.
Yeah, this channel, everyone can come. Like Dex is Liverpool, but he's always here with us. You can come anytime you want. Like I said, anytime you want to come, just let me know. I'll send you the link. No problem. So, yeah, with that, thanks to all of you in the panel: Bobby, Max, JK, Cheryl, Hassan, Gunner King, of course. And who
Nick,
did I
next time find a Tottenham fan as well. That will be Banter City.
Yeah, I have a lot of Tottenham fans. Oh,
they're all hiding under a rock, bro.
We're gonna do the Tottenham Chelsea, Arsenal,
Nick, I
Tottenham,
gotta say,
Chelsea.
I really like Gunner and Dex. You know, they come in, they fly their colours.
True.
They don't mess about. Gunner says he's Arsenal, Dex says he's Liverpool, and they stand and take it and give it as well.
We don't fight, on this show. We talk. Twitter's a different thing. We have a joke, sending things and that, and especially it's good to make us get something will make us laugh.
Twitter is too crazy, man.
Yeah, but you have to laugh, Hassan. You have to. Otherwise, what's life?
Yeah, I know.
And it helps. It helps to laugh for your health. That's why I do all these silly things with that girl, sending her here, sending her there. But it's fun. That's all. Yeah. Anyway, so with that, thanks for all of you. And sorry, Mindrus FC was late. I'll send you the link on the next show so you can come in. So yeah, thanks for all of you in the chat, whoever was there, and whoever watched us. So yeah. So with that, we go to end the show, and we'll be back for the reaction. Could be a massive reaction, depends what happens. Probably on Tuesdays again, probably Wednesday, normal time, 7:30, for the Arsenal Chelsea reaction. Yeah. So with that, thanks, and God bless you all, whoever watched us, and good night, goodbye, or good afternoon, depends where you are. God bless you all. Thanks.
Please.
Cheers. Bye.
Oh, bye.
I'm gonna have to head off.
Yeah. I forgot to ask you, Gunnar. Are you at the game?
Still running, Nick?
Yeah, I haven't. I forgot to ask. Are you at the game tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I might not be. I might not be, man.
I'm not. So I should have been, but I'm not tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be watching it like we all will. So thanks to every one of you. Let me just get the intro out thing. Yeah.
Mine is no one's gonna watch your last couple of minutes.
Hassan, thanks for coming again. I know you come, when you can.
I know. I try to be objective. There's just too many more.
I know. Okay, hopefully you'll be here Wednesday as well. See what what happens. Oh God, what's it? 1 minute. I'm just ending this show. Hold on.
Is it not ending?
No, it's a Noah, an Arsenal fan. He's calling me. Anyway, let's end the show. 1 second. So.